do like the furnishings. They're good. Can't wait.
Yeah. No, I'm only doing mine. You guys get to do your own.
Welcome, everybody, to Maxed and Doubled, episode 34. We are sans Josh today, unfortunately, as he's working. But we got the rest of us, so that's good.
Oh, us.
Hi, it's you.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Dr. Nick.
You might notice the overlays have changed again. That's because they have. We are still working on that and finding what works best for us and for our particular space that we have available to us. So get used to seeing them change. Although we're pretty happy with this setup, and we feel like we might stick with it for a while. But
We can put that back now.
as Hannah makes a floor plan for her future dream treehouse, previously on absolute insanity that I'm not going to cover. What would you guys like to do? No.
We'd like to recap the episode.
No. They spent the whole episode making a plan.
I don't think that
Plan.
you should let us find out what we want to do.
Plan.
It'd work. I spoke to physicists. It'd work.
So it has been decided
I didn't.
that they are travelling out of Yom via Freighter Town to either Arkenhau or straight west to Everbeth. And we begin this session as you all enter Freighter Town. It is roughly midday. You camped out a few hours back. Having struck camp this morning, you made the final few kilometres and are now entering the home of Korma, well, the hometown of Korma, a familiar place where you previously dwelled for a brief period of time. It is a fine day, relatively warm, and as you enter from the eastern side, what would you like to do?
What day is it?
The 25th. So, day 329, 25th of Flory Falling.
So
Okay.
I would have gotten the rest of my stuff by now. And
Yes, so you did indeed receive
As
your
long as she
stuff.
didn't put her little token into the bag of holding, you should. You should have, yeah.
You received
25th.
your Luckstone and Periapt,
huzzah.
and also in there found a complimentary extra.
Oh.
It was a scroll.
I think she likes us. Anyone else think she might like us?
So I'm gonna
I actually wrote down.
take out
that
this
her-
scroll
this
and just go,
item's-
oh, looks like this one came with a little bit of an extra. Got this. I don't really know what this is. Can you kind of just decipher this?
So
Like
this
it's
is
magic
for you.
stuff.
Silkus has a look at the scroll
That's
and
fourth level.
gives you a brief
Should I put that
description
in
of it,
his...
which
bag if you
I
is
don't know what it is.
Ice blades.
ice
I
blades.
suppose.
As he has a look at it, determines, yep, this is very much for me, and
Yeah.
pockets the scroll.
Yeah,
for
put it in.
Do you
future
think him flirting with
scripture.
Alba is actually working?
100%. Dude's charismatic as hell.
But he just got like how many freaking spells off this woman?
2.
No, 'cause
The
he got
other
that
one was
To be fair, John got that one.
Two. And no, it's kind of like how you can't send a gift to a married woman. You got to send it to her husband, and he gives it to her.
Okay.
1800s. Sorry, history buff.
Okay.
Anyway, we've
Yeah.
entered Freighter Town.
you're entering Freighter Town.
So do I recall from the last time that we were here where I might find, like, where's a solid place to look for a teleportation circle or an office to get
There
teleportation
was
from?
on the eastern side of the town. There was probably the tallest building in the whole place.
Yeah.
Besides the relay that sits to the
Yeah.
west of the town itself, which was made out to be a relatively important like town hall
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
building. Besides that, you don't really know. Most of the time you spent in Freighter Town was using it as kind of a base of operations as you all struck out elsewhere and also in
We
Colin's house.
didn't
So-
struck out.
Well, Silver certainly did.
Tell me what's wrong. What's wrong with that?
Squirrel.
Skull.
I saw a squirrel.
A skull.
Laurel.
No, a skull. It's
Oh,
scroll
look.
without the R.
Oh, look at that! You were
Skull.
judging me for my erasable pens, and now your notes have never looked neater.
Unless somebody comes over with something cold, yeah.
You mean hot?
No, hot's get rid of it. Cold brings it back, and I've rubbed it out. So
Yeah,
if it
true.
comes back, there'll be 2 words there.
True.
Now one of
So-
them will be squirrel.
Should we
No, you're saying that
make
like
our way
it's
to the
not
town
right.
hall? See if we can't
Skull.
arrange for
That's what I know.
some kind of favor to get teleportation.
All right.
So we're gonna make our way to the town hall looking building.
Okay.
Your eyes and L's look the same.
Thanks.
As you are all aware, Freighter Town in the very southeastern corner is where Colma lives. Surrounding, of course, being a lot of farmland.
She blends in real well.
North of the main road coming in from the east is the town hall building that you are heading to. And then there is a
Liam,
main
that gets
kind of
worse the
circle.
more I think of it. Do you hear what he said?
No.
She blends in real well like a chameleon. The more you think about that, the worse that gets. And now I have the song stuck in my head.
Chameleon.
I hate you
Josh,
so much.
Josh deflected so much of this away from you
Yeah.
guys before.
Yeah. Now I get why you guys like elbow each other in the middle of the session. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I want to go. I know that John, you want to go sort out that.
Yeah.
I want to, like as we're walking towards that, I'll just be like, actually, guys, I'll meet you there. One of us should at least go and tell Korma that like pestilence is dealt with and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
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 So I'll just go do that, so she doesn't have to sort of keep building that that remedy as much, because I know that some of those ingredients were kind of dangerous for her to get. So
Yeah.
so I'll go
sounds like
just
a
pop
good
over
idea.
and let her know, and then I'll meet you guys there.
Cool. So we'll head to the town hall together then. Two of
Sounds
us.
good.
Okay.
The 3 of us. Sorry.
No,
Yes.
he's going to mysteriously get a cold again and stay at the inn.
Yeah.
Freighter Town just doesn't agree with it.
Yeah, he can't do it. There's some
Silkus is
aura.
allergic to
So
Freighter
this is
Town.
allergic to Freighter Town.
How does this always happen?
I don't know, but it's actually
Like,
quite
It's not
funny.
planned.
they
So
grow
will this
very
just be canon?
Josh has never experienced Freighter
He
Town,
hasn't.
and can we make sure that he never does?
I think I have to. I
They-
think
they
I'm
grow-
ready at this
They
point.
grow a very specific type of wheat here.
And he's
Which-
just got hay fever. He's got
He's
really
very
bad hay
allergic
fever.
to this
Yeah.
particular kind of wheat. There
Yeah,
you go.
he's Glen in spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a possibility. He is a changeling.
Well, yeah.
Springtime comes around and he just looks like me. Oh, not again.
Okay, so Silka starts to sniffle and heads off to the inn. The two of you, I guess 3, because I assume got Hibboleth with you.
Yep.
Is Hibboleth hidden or is Hibboleth out with you?
Hib
Uh,
has like a +10 to stealth, so I think
Hib
most of the time.
is out with me, but
I don't
shyly trying to stick to the shadows for now.
Yeah, I don't think many people would notice
Okay.
him, but he wouldn't be like actively hiding.
Yeah.
He'd want to like keep you in his sights probably.
And if things do go south, just remember, you are able to catch them all.
The Pokeball only has room for
Boo.
one. They're kind of expensive, Glenn.
Bring Josh back. Boo!
Classic reactions to my presence. Oh, bring Josh back.
So,
Mm.
the two of you, with Hib in tow,
Mhm.
rather shyly as it were,
Yeah.
make your way over to the town hall building. As you enter, it is a relatively large front room, but the building itself, it seems that this front room takes up the majority of the building space. It's not a particularly large building, and as you walk in, it's got kind of almost a triangular setup. The room itself is square, but as coming through the front door, there are two kind of counter things running over to a central gap in the middle that people are currently moving in and out of. A number of looks like town officials are moving in and out of. Every now and again, you see a guard, one of the Kime sanctuaries, as they come back and they switch shifts and things like that. It's kind of sweaty in here, a little bit humid, and just smells kind of like the conglomeration of a number of human bodies moving in and out constantly with no real
That makes sense.
attempt to vent the
That makes the
room.
nose feel weird.
And it's also clear that the building itself is two-story, but there is a door over to the right-hand side, behind that right-hand side counter, that seems to lead elsewhere in the building. But as you walk in, there are 3 people sitting, 2 on the right-hand counter and 1 on the left-hand counter, who currently seem to be just kind of, 2 of them are lazing around while the other seems to be writing something down.
Okay. So there's a lot of people around, but the counters aren't super busy.
No.
Okay.
Yes, you are correct.
yeah. Okay, so I'll make my way over to, like, say the right-hand counter.
The one person working hard.
I've misremembered which side it was. Never mind. I'll make my way
Left
over
has
to...
2 people.
Right has 2 people.
Oh.
Left has 1.
It's
And
okay,
the one on the left is
It's
currently has their head down writing something.
Yeah, I'll
Also, you need to change person and people.
head over to the right-hand counter, and so I
2
say,
persons?
Yeah, 1 people's.
hi. So I was wondering whether it would be possible to arrange for teleportation to Everbeth for a...
Teleportation, you say?
Yes.
Well, in all honesty, we do have the capacity. You'd have to talk to Mr. Frieda himself, and generally it's only provided to those are either official within the Empire or have done a great service, I suppose. If you like, I can have Mr. Frieda come down, but it may not be for some time.
Is Mr. Frieda the town leader?
Yes,
Mayor?
he is the mayor.
Alright.
If that would be possible, that would be good. We have...
We're not past doing
yes,
favours.
we've worked with towns in the
favours.
past to help resolve local political or combative issues that they were having, and we'd be happy to do the same if that were the sort of thing which you're in need of.
Yeah, like we've fixed relays before and stuff like that.
Fixed relays.
Yes.
I'm
Well,
sure
we
he'd
got
be
them
very
back
happy
up
to
and
hear.
running.
First aid, as it were.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd be thrilled to hear that you've done that. I shall call him down for you.
Thank you very much.
And he stands up from his desk, walks out that back door that's behind him, and about 5 or so minutes later returns and says he'll be here in 10 minutes, I suppose.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
My name is Harold.
Oh, thank you, Harold.
Is that with 2 A's, Oscar, or like normal Harold?
Harold.
Just normal Harold?
Harold.
Because, you get Norse Herald and it's 2 A's.
Haryld.
Oh, I was imagining
You're the worst.
I was imagining it as HJAROLD.
Harold.
See, I was just going HARALD.
If he ended up in Yolm, like, as a high-ranking official, he'd be the Maestri Harold. Yeah, almost got that. The joke didn't work, people. Why are you still watching?
Sure, it's true. So
Hannah's gonna stab me if I keep it up.
she is.
I'm just going to tune you out and be glad it's not you that I plan to live with.
True.
Though I think you'll be there quite a lot anyway, so...
Yeah, I like my alone time.
You two take a seat in the room, waiting for Mr. Frieda, and we cut to Sarah. So you have split off pretty much right as you enter the eastern side of Raider Town and have started to head straight south to the corner that you know Korma lives in.
The corner of Corner.
Yeah, Korma's Corner. As you approach, you see the familiar kind of rundown looking shack that you've previously been inside.
It's not the first and it won't be the last time that I stand outside of it wondering if I can get Archibald to use mending 1,000,000 times.
Well, I'm not here currently, so...
I said it's not the first or last time I've been wondering.
So,
I will knock on her door, trying to not hit the parts that look like it might simply fall off.
once again you hear the, "Who is it?"
It's Sariel.
The Sariel.
Yeah, well, I mean, how many do you know?
4. You hear the footsteps, and you watch as the one of the panels in the door, just like right at the door jamb, just kind of, it doesn't slide, hinges on maybe some splinters open, and she peeks out at you, sees you, and immediately slams it shut again, and starts to unlock all the locks that she has on her door. Swinging open, you head inside, you get hit with that familiar whiff of all manner of different herbs and spices and alchemical products. But she closes the door behind you. It goes fairly dark.
Whilst I'm like walking into her house, can I like do a sleight of hand or something to just leave like 10 gold somewhere really obvious?
Roll side of hand check.
You're
So
leaving
that she
it
can
somewhere.
fucking fix her house.
I like it
I
this
want-
way.
I want it to be like, so she doesn't see me drop it, but she can find the money. Do you know what I mean? Okay. 12?
12. Let us see, shall we? That's
Oh, wow.
cocked as fuck. Okay, fair enough. She ushers you in and kind of grabs your shoulder and leads you to one of her small benches that she just, with a swipe of her hand, just everything that was on it goes flying. Vials, all kinds of things, including ingredients that you see are now scattering across the floor. The familiar kind of lopsided shelves along the walls are still the way they were last you saw them, with maybe some shuffled contents, but it's almost a
It's an organic
it's
mess.
almost a nice kind of
clutter.
to the point, because it's familiar. You've returned somewhere previously. You were here a month ago, and in that month, so much has happened. It's kind of like I'm back somewhere familiar.
Yeah, and it hasn't
It's a
changed,
really
which
nice,
is nice.
nice feeling.
Yeah.
And she, as she ushers you down onto the bench, she kind of throws her cloak off, and her wings unfold again, just kind of airing themselves out, stretching themselves out. And she's like, "Sorry, welcome back. How have you been, and where are the rest? Where are the others?"
Silkus must be allergic to something near Freda Town, maybe pollen or something. He's
Maybe
going to go lie
the
down.
wheat. We have a special strain of wheat here. That...
There you go. He's just gone to lie down, so he's probably at the inn by now. Archibald and John have gone to, I think, the town hall.
Okay.
We're trying to arrange some sort of fast passage. To
You'll be speaking to Henry. Yes.
Who's Henry?
Mr. Frieda. He's the mayor. But,
Are you on good terms with him?
To a degree, I help people, and they appreciate that. Most of the town doesn't like me very much, so he and I get along as far as we need to.
Fair enough. I just, the boys were going to go do that, so I just thought one of us should come by and just tell you that we got rid of, I say got rid of, but it's not really a good term. Let's just go, pestilence is gone.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that is
So
very
you won't
good
have
news.
to worry so much about the remedy you've been doing.
That is fantastic. I have a bit of extra stock. I suppose I could give you some if you're going to be travelling, but for the most part, I haven't heard of any new cases for
That's
a while.
good.
So
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a
that
little
would
while
explain
ago, so.
explain that, I suppose. How did you do it?
We with Fenrir's help, we tracked him down and dispatched him. Her, actually.
Just her?
Mm.
Just the one?
Just the one. Yeah.
There were.
Yes, several.
Wait, did you have any resistance or?
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but you know,
Okay, fair enough.
working as a team, it's sort of.
That's very good.
I don't know if he's sent you any letters or anything, but Fenrir's decided to take up residence in Yonne, and he's going to stay.
Good for him. Yes, that will work.
Work for the ICL there, so he may not come back this way for a while.
Yes, the boy has been on his feet
Looking
for too long,
purpose.
and I think it will be good for him to
Settle.
bunker down somewhere for once.
Yeah.
No, that is very good.
So I just thought I'd let you know that you don't have to stress too much about getting the ingredients for the remedy as much now. There might be some cases still out there, but they're not going to be as frequent, and there won't be any new ones coming in.
Thank you very much. That is fantastic news. I will. Well, I suppose I've already ceased production to a degree, but I will make sure that my contact knows, and he doesn't need to get me any more of the ingredients.
Yeah, I mean, the one in the cave wasn't particularly easy, so...
No, he doesn't like going there, even though he does it for me, but he doesn't like it.
Yeah, so I mean, at least you can put his mind at ease a bit, so...
I will.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do for you?
You remember the herbs that I used to make that tea that stops...
Yes, of course. Would you like some more of those?
Yeah, if you can.
Okay, and she immediately runs around that kind of L-shaped part of the room.
I just thought I can't just leave without
over to her one of her alchemical kind of benches and knocks a couple things over, but rifles through the shelves, grabs about 3 separate, fairly large boxes, wooden boxes with lids on them, stacking them on her arms as she goes, and then wanders over to you. One of them kind of slips out, and she kind of, and then ends up just kind of throwing them across the table in the middle of the room. But as she kind of picks them all back up again, she opens the lid of one and shows you one of the main ingredients that you previously used. How much would you like? How many days worth?
Do you think a month? I'll pull out a small sort of belt pouch, and just how many days do you think would fit?
Oh, why don't we try? And she starts grabbing just handfuls of this stuff and stuffing it in this pouch. Eventually,
I do, but I don't want to put it in there. Just leaf into the bag of holding. Just loose leaf tea in the bag of holding.
Yeah, would you have to pull it out one at a time?
I want a single tea of this. Yeah.
And eventually filling up this pouch.
Bag in the pouch. Yeah.
Look, for your service, usually this would come to about 2 golds worth, but...
I'm going to put 2 gold in front of her.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you certain?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, but this should last you in the realm of... look, I used 14 handfuls of that, which means the ratio... It can take you to about a month's worth.
Cool. Thank you for that.
Very welcome. Anything else?
Do you have any more of that foundation type stuff that we made for Archibald, actually? If you don't, it's fine, but just while I'm thinking of it.
Not at hand, no.
That's all right.
I can make some.
No, it's fine. I was just if you had some, I'd take some. We still have some left. It was just a sort of errant thought, because he's not here to speak for himself. So.
Okay. If I assume you probably want to go catch up with the rest of your friends. Yes. I will let you go, and thank you very much.
Do me a favour.
Yes.
Repair your door.
It works.
Please. I don't want to feel like that next time I come and knock on the door. I'm going to knock it off its hinges.
I will see what I can do.
So
I've given her 12 gold. I'm pretty sure she can do it.
Yes. I will see what I can do. Thank you.
And then
I hope to see you back soon.
Well, I mean, yeah. I hope to be back. Just before I go, the forest. You haven't had anyone come in poaching with any wolf skins or anything, have you? Into town?
Let me see. Not that I can remember.
Good.
At least not to me, and not that I've seen.
Thank you. And I'll go.
Bye.
Bye.
And she closed the door. You head over to start meeting up with Archibald and John again. In the meantime, you two, despite the fact that Harold told you about 10 minutes, you wait roughly 20 before Mr. Frieda emerges from that rear door, look over, sees you sitting there, the only people sitting down waiting at the current point in time, and he walks up to you and offers his hand. He's a relatively tall, fairly lean, not very muscular, but also not fat, human.
Yeah.
And he offers his hand.
I'll
straight
shake
to
his
you.
hand. Yeah.
Henry Frieda, nice to meet you. I hear that you are here on business, looking for teleportation.
Yes, indeed. So we were hoping that we could perhaps do some sort of favor that would help you out with something which you maybe don't want to risk sending out a bunch of guards for and putting yourself in an awkward position. And we were hoping that we could do a favor for a favor.
That's a fair request, I suppose. Well, it depends on what you're up for. Unfortunately, the biggest threat to our town passed through about a month ago and hasn't returned since. That would get you instant access. But well,
Is that big threat war or pestilence?
what are those? We
Riders.
haven't had any plagues or anything recently, if that's what you're talking about.
Okay.
At least not non-magical ones.
Well, it's good to hear that you haven't encountered them. We had been tracking these riders of
Riders?
yes, riders of these like demonic horses who bring destruction in their wake.
Oh, you mean that thing? Yes, that was indeed what I was talking about the first time. It passed through, causing quite a lot of commotion, and fortunately, one of our town alchemists was able to discover a
Please tell me I can walk in now.
particular a cure to it, I suppose, and the townsfolk were rattled, but it was dealt with fairly quickly, and it didn't stay. So, but
I'm so
had
sorry,
you,
String.
of course, had you been here at the time, I could have sent you after it. But of course, it's no longer here, and I don't know where it's gone. So
It's alright, we went after it anyway.
If we're
You did.
talking about the same horseman on the diseased white horse,
yes, that's the one.
Well, I'll look around, I'll look at the roof clearance. Maybe not.
we tracked it to the far northeast of the continent and dispatched of it. She, as it turned out, she is dead now.
Well, that is wonderful
I'll
news. How
understand.
do I suppose? Look, that would do it. But how do I suppose you are to prove that to me? Anyone could come in talking about it. Of course, the whole town knows, and I'm sure anyone else.
Do you have a
At this point,
second
walking.
to...
Do I hear him
Are
say?
there
The
stables?
last
Proof
couple
stuff?
words.
Are
The last couple
there,
words.
stables around? Like, outside?
You
the
asking him or me?
Vicinity?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well-
are there stables around somewhere?
Yes, of course.
Alright.
If we could get
like,
to
close
open
by?
and...
Yes. No, I can take you.
Corma says hi, guys.
Oh, hi.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
This
is
is
Corma.
This is another member of our group.
yes.
You are familiar with Corma.
Yeah, I went to go tell her that we
She
killed,
is the
we killed
one.
Pestilence. I just went to tell her that she didn't have to make the remedy anymore.
She is the one who.
Who's this?
Yes.
This is Mr. Frieda.
Henry
Mayor.
Frieda. I am the mayor.
Hi. Oh wait,
Nice to meet
she
you.
mentioned you actually.
Yes.
Yeah, she called you Henry, and I was like, okay, I don't know who that is, but that's fine.
We haven't met before, have we?
I
No.
don't believe so.
No, I don't think so. Hi, I'm Sariel. This is
Nice
John
to meet you all.
Yes.
and Archibald and Sulphur and
Huberleth's around somewhere.
someone.
Hubelith, okay.
Shall
Just
we,
his pet.
Yes.
Can you please
But-
take us to the stables? I think it would look.
A demonstration is.
Yes, a demonstration.
We don't. Well, I don't have much time, but yes, I can.
This will
just
be
the
worth
nearest ones will do.
Yes.
As long as it can fit a horse.
Mm.
Okay, and he heads out the front door,
Okay,
and
we
Mr. Lee
follow
just
him.
slightly down the road, back in the direction of back east where you
Yep.
came in. He ducks into a side street and immediately emerges onto
My leg's not long enough.
kind of larger plot of land, mostly grassy, and it looks like paddocks, fenced-in
Yeah.
paddocks, and kind of right on this northeastern edge of the town, and then this one main building in the center, which off to the side of it you see stables attached.
Yeah.
And he walks over to the front door, kind of just heading off, really just trotting off ahead a little bit. Raps quickly on the front door. It opens. He has a brief conversation with someone on the inside. It then closes again. He gestures and heads over around to the side. So looking for an empty stable.
Well, we mainly wanted to go somewhere where horses wouldn't be
Abnormal.
out of place, because like we wanted to make sure there was enough room. Also, we didn't want to freak out everyone
Yes.
around town.
I'm beginning to wonder what it is your plan
So-
is here.
These
Don't worry, you're safe.
the horsemen that rode through
That's what I'm worried about.
were tied to their creatures.
They're horses.
Well, yeah.
I assume this is some magic of sorts.
Yes.
A magical item
I-
which this horseman possessed is now in our possession.
Yes, and I click my heels together and bring my horse.
He recoils in shock.
I do it like several steps away.
Not like the Star Wars.
Doesn't
like, right.
matter. He recoils in shock, and in his moment of like utter panic, trips over his own foot and lands on his ass in the dirt. He kind of scrabbles to his feet,
Oh.
brushing himself off, and just
Oh, sorry.
Hi,
We
what-
didn't mean to startle you with that. Sorry.
well, look, I'm not particularly well versed in the magics, but is that the same horse itself?
It takes on the characteristics of its rider. So pestilence was, as you know, quite pestilent. So therefore the horse was diseased. Archibald, however, is not, and so the horse is not.
Okay, I feel that's
If you
well
still,
enough proof. However, you say you are familiar with Korma. Does she know about the situation, about the death?
yes.
Right.
Well, I just went and told her so that she didn't have to keep making the remedy because some of the ingredients weren't exactly safe to get, and the person who had been getting them for her was uncomfortable getting them. So I thought it would be best to let her know that she doesn't have to worry about it as much anymore.
In that case, I would like to, before any decision is made, I would like to speak with her.
See if you can help me convince her to repair her door, please.
Yes, it's probably a good idea considering the.
I think the townspeople would like her more if her house was better kept.
That's a fair assumption, I suppose. Look, give me the day, and I will find time, and I will speak with her personally, and I will get her side of the story. And if it corroborates with yours, then we may be able to organise the teleportation. Where is it you were heading?
Everbeth, if that's possible.
As
That
close
should
to
be
as you
easy
can get
enough.
us.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay.
We'll be at the inn until you're
Shall we?
free.
So you asked for the day. Should we meet this evening or tomorrow morning? Which would suit
Tomorrow morning would be best, I suppose. Yes.
very well.
Would you like us to just come to the hall, or will you send somebody to us when you're ready?
Which would you prefer?
It's up to what you need.
Well, let's go to the hall and meet. I think.
Sure.
Saves me some trouble.
Mm.
Okay, I will see you tomorrow morning then.
Thank you.
And with that, he kind of, still brushing himself off, kind of...
As he walks away, I just presto him. So, he's clean.
He's very confused. And he wanders back off in the direction of the town hall. The three of you, three of you, where are you heading now?
well, we've got the day to ourselves. Do you want to go have a look around? I suppose we're not quite close enough to your home territory, but if you felt like having a bit of a stroll around the forest, that might be pretty good.
How far would you say we are
From,
from where I'm from?
I mean, you're
It's
a
not
couple
far
days.
from. It's not that far from Town, is it?
You're a couple days.
Are we close enough to the like boundary of the forest, or are we also a bit
The
far?
boundary of
from
the
that as well?
forest is maybe only about a day away.
Okay, but not enough
but
for
where
like a
you're
day
from
trip
is
and
another
back.
day trip through.
Okay.
Does message work on animals?
I've never tried.
We're a bit far away for me to visit home.
Oh well.
I would also need to know this animal.
Self a bit older with blue eyes.
As much as that narrows it down, it doesn't really narrow it down.
Her father would be harder.
Okay.
He's bigger
Okay.
and not the same colour.
I think I have to meet them.
Wow, we're a bit far for that. So
Ah well.
Soon.
maybe next time we come by.
Let's go look around.
See the sights?
Yeah, why not?
Last time we looked around in this area, I'm pretty sure we got attacked by kobolds. And what were those other big things? Do you remember the last time Silkos got sick and we got those two big things come down? They look like hyenas.
Ah, yeah, those things.
Well, I don't know what they were, but they were very...
The like the dog
Menacing.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. Not so sure. Maybe we stick to the town limits this
Okay.
trip.
Okay.
Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to go to the lumberyard. If there's a lumberyard, I want to go to the lumberyard.
Roll investigation check.
As Oscar creates a lumberyard in his mind.
That's not going to be good.
Can I assist?
How are you looking?
I'm looking quite hungry.
What method are you using to search for the lumberyard? Or methods?
You want me to fly?
I was just going to be sort of looking around, seeing if there was any indicator of fresh cut wood or signs or anything. And I got a 4, so I don't see shit.
You're wandering for a while and you don't see any indication.
Sorry, what are you wandering around looking for?
Lumberyard of some sort.
Huh.
You want to build something?
Not necessarily. I wanted to order something being built,
Ah, I see.
Okay.
but not so much for me.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of wanted to see if we could order, like, you know how you have people can pop up houses like nothing these days? They build the framing and then they just all stick it together.
Yeah.
Kind of want them to do that and fix Corma's house. Like, I just want them to like build the frame, like build new wooden outer edges and just slap them on the current building.
I think it would
Can
be
I go find
hard
the
to
town
find
map
someone
in
who would do
possibly the
that
town
without
centre?
asking Cormo but first.
You're
I'm sure
pretty
she'll be
close to
fine.
the town centre.
I
as you
think
walk in
that-
there, you do find a town
She'll be
map.
fine.
I'm gonna see if I can find a lumberyard on the town map.
Inside the town limits, you don't see a lumberyard. However, you do see an indicator for a lumberyard to the west of the town, closer to the rainforest.
So it's a distance.
Indicator on the
You have
map,
a
it
horse.
looks like it might be. roll a
We have
straight
a
intelligence check. That's cocked.
That's worse.
How can you see it's cocked from there?
I can see his whole trait.
18.
8.
Well, no, 8.
I was gonna say,
8.
Jesus.
Can it be an investigation check?
No. You estimate using the map, which is to scale, that it's probably a few hours walk there and back.
Okay. Okay.
At this stage in the day, it's early afternoon.
How many miles is it? There's a scale on the map.
It's
Is it as the crow flies or as the horse runs?
As the crow flies.
it's 8 miles away.
a lot of miles.
Okay. So, you want someone to fix Corma's door, right?
No, I kind of want to see. Yeah, I want a new door, but I kind of want to see how much it would cost to just get nice looking, watertight, cheap wood, like from just make a new house on the outside of the shitty house,
Okay.
like a new roof on top of the shitty roof.
So
On the inside, it still looked exactly the same. She doesn't have to feel like there's a new house. It just is waterproof and looks nicer. And the door will work.
Right.
And I want the door to have one of those little, like, you pop your eyes out and get the password things.
You want to have a
Rather than her pulling back part of
hatch.
the broken door and looking at me. That's what she did today. She literally pulled a panel off her door, a rotting panel off her door, and looked out at me and then closed it again and then opened the door.
it is
Like-
That's very concerning.
it is
Yes.
rather amazing the number of locks she has on that door, considering its structural integrity.
I think that the locks on the door are the only thing that gives it structural integrity. I think the only reason the door's still standing is because it's held by that many locks. So, yeah.
It's a fair assumption, I suppose.
Um,
So what's your plan?
I would advise against this guerrilla house building strategy plan we're going for. Like, I won't stop you, but I will say that I don't think Corma will
Over here?
appreciate it as much as you might
Here in
expect.
this area. This is a very
Sorry,
small,
Al.
like, forested area. It's not the forest.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I want to see what the pricing would be, not necessarily buy it now. So I want to see what it would cost
Alright.
for me to fund, and then talk to her about it, and see
I've
if
got
she'd
no
be
objections
okay.
with that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to change the inside of her house. Her house is going to be the same. I just feel that she
okay.
might be a little bit more well received if she didn't look like a witch living in a swamp.
I've misunderstood you then. I thought that your plan was
I
to...
kind of do want to just pop it up and just have it there, but I do realize, yes, I probably should talk to her about it. Yeah, you're right. So I want to see how much it would cost, and if they can do it, and then I'll ask her about it, and
Yes.
we'll go from there. 'Cause I'm happy to fund
Archibald,
it,
you're you're frowning at that map a bit. Is it a bit far away?
It's a little bit far away. I could
Get close.
I could fly. I could fly to it. But then I'd have to walk
far
back.
away.
We've got the shovel, right?
Oh,
We do have the shovel.
We do. I forgot about that. I was just thinking of him getting on the horse, actually. Dimension door, horse. Dimension door, horse.
I've only got one dimension though.
And
One
I
dimension.
imagine the shovel, that only works for a limited amount of time, right?
Does it?
I think the shovel.
I vaguely
doesn't have
remember someone mentioning something like that.
A,
or am I
no, that's
misrecalling?
me. No, there's
Oh, we
no
need to
time
give it a
limit.
command word.
I've just misremembered.
Flying
Can I
speed.
dash with the shovel?
Flying speed is
No.
50 feet. Can carry up to 400 pounds. But its flying speed becomes 30 feet while carrying over 200 pounds.
But I guess the shovel probably doesn't have a long distance travel walking pace. It probably just goes at full speed.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
I mean, if we want to find out, we don't have anything else to do with the day.
Yeah, I mean, you guys don't mind? You don't have anything you want to do? I already got some more tea for you, John.
Oh,
So
thank you for that.
it's all good. Sometimes, we might wake up one morning, you're hungover, and
Yeah,
and,
it's
and
been
then 20 minutes after we make camp, we might just get in a fight, and you'll be hungover during the fight. So
yeah, it's been getting better recently. I don't know.
He's gotten
It's
used to the
been a
hangovers.
while, and I've been holding back and dealing with the withdrawal a bit more, and it's getting better. So I've got hope.
yeah, but if we need to, we've got about a month's worth there, so
Thank you.
that'll help.
That's pretty-
Also,
Which is
when
currently
Silkus has his long
1,000
days of
miles.
speeches,
less.
sometimes
Mm.
it's nice to have a headache remover.
Well,
There's also
that's
other
really
other
less
good
than-
uses for it, so
Yes.
it's good to have. I actually thought you were drinking this because you were looking after Hib, so.
48,000 feet.
Something's going
Is
on.
9 miles.
I think they're doing maths.
Yeah, exactly. You said it was 8 miles away.
Yeah, I did. So what's 48,000 feet?
That's how far I can get on 4 spell slots.
So you can get 9 miles on.
So you
spell
can
slot.
get
9 miles.
So you can get there but not back.
Yeah, but the back can take long. It's just that we can't get there. Like,
we
just
gotta
need
get
to
there
get there
before
we gotta get
close.
there before they
business
close.
club.
Yeah.
And we should probably go to an inn, or we should go to the inn, get a room, and I'll fly there, and then you guys use the bags.
That's smart.
I mean, we're just checking
That's really
pricing.
smart.
We don't
Yeah.
necessarily need to do anything super fancy.
Yes.
Plus, I don't
But
think I like
I
the
think-
cobbled smelling room that much.
It doesn't smell that bad now. They
Aired it out a
lemon
little
bombed
bit.
it.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
I assumed it was gonna stink to high hell in there.
It kind of smells a little bit like the infirmary that we woke up in,
Oh yeah.
where it's clean but also dirty shit's gone down in there.
That's the way I would phrase it, yes.
So, yeah, because what you want is so specific, we should at least try it.
Well,
I also have something that I want to try later as well. So, but that can wait till I get back.
okay.
Okay. So,
How am I gonna know when I should get in the bag?
He hadn't considered this.
I mean,
I'm just gonna get in the bag while you're 9 miles away. Are you gonna have enough spell slots to send me a message?
we could just check for a note every 10 minutes.
That's an idea. Yes.
Written note
Every
from
20 minutes
Archibald.
we can just go note
That-
from
that-
Archibald.
Do we have to kind of understand the nature of the thing that's in the bag to get it out?
I'm pretty sure there's no notes from Archibald in here. Let's try it.
Wait, hold
note
on,
from
hold on.
Archibald, nothing comes out.
Hold on. Turn around. I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
So
turn around.
I'm gonna look on the ground, pick up a small fist size or smaller than fist sized rock from the ground if there's some around. I imagine so. Put it in the bag and say, take out the object from John from the bag.
Object from John. Does it come out?
Does it come out?
Okay.
So
I pull
I'm
out.
very
okay.
arcane. Object from John. Object from John. Oh, that's new. That's a 16.
You concentrate very hard.
Yes.
Look at his face when he's trying to decide if he wants to let this fuckery happen. Oh dear. I think I know what you're gonna
those
make
three things
come
that you're
out.
looking at, I put in there. So I know that they're there.
Because he's looking at his spoons, eh? He's totally looking at his spoons. We've got a small spoon, a medium-sized spoon, and a large spoon in there because we were keeping them for your weapons.
Forgot about that.
Your hand closes around something, you pull it out, and it's one of the pages from his book.
I put it back in before it sees.
Should we try more specific or
I would.
seeing as the
Oh,
object
yeah, I
is
was thinking
less.
the other thing
The
you
best
could
part
put
about
in.
this whole thing is I can see the easiest solution.
I've
You are
got those.
way overthinking this. Anyway, continue.
What exactly did you put in it?
Oh, it was a rock.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. I want the rock.
You pull out a giant bird.
Do I pull out a rock? Okay, somebody write something on a piece of paper and put it in there, and I'll try to pull out the piece of paper. Folded piece of paper or something.
So I'm almost certain I have no writing utensils.
I love how simple this is and how much you're
Probably none of
overcomplicating
us do.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
Something about us overcomplicating, and it's like he's never met us before.
Oh no.
How long does it take you to get to the How long does it take you to get there, by the way? If you're going your way?
It'll take me about 40 minutes.
Okay.
But I would be able to send you a message after I take a little bit of a break. So, just...
I mean, you
Do
can
that.
just do what I want. You can just... Or I could fly.
Mm.
I mean, anyone can use the shovel, right?
True.
Yeah.
But still, this way would be faster. I'm just gotta work it out.
Oh my god, we're not
Silkus, how are those
having-
gauntlets going?
He's in the inn. He's nowhere near you.
Oh yeah, he's in the inn. He's nowhere near us.
We do have to go to the end, though.
Yeah, I can sort that out while you two are looking at pricing.
Make sure we don't share a room with him. With Silkus, because he doesn't like it.
I'll tell you what. Just in 40 minutes, just reach in, just come through the bag. I'll get you out regardless.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
if you're in there for too long, I'll get you out.
Yep.
Since I think you can't get out from the inside.
I don't think you can, no.
No, it's difficult. Alright. I'm going to cast Fly on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to dash the full 48,000 feet using 4 spell slots for 40 minutes.
That sounds exhausting.
Technically. Okay. It takes you how long?
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Fly lasts for 10 minutes.
Just you?
Yeah,
Just
just
him.
me and
And
my
then
bag
I'll-
of holding.
And then I'll climb out of the bag of holding in 40 minutes. Or he'll pull
No,
me
no,
out.
I'll pull you out
Yeah.
as soon as I land.
Hold on, when did you jump in?
I will jump in 40 minutes.
Okay.
So that way if it takes him 45, I've still got some air.
Okay. Roll a wisdom check for me. And
Nice!
you
Yeah.
roll. Oh my god.
Dirty 20.
Roll. Roll an arcana check for me.
Dirty 20.
That's the 18, man.
So,
You're going red. Are you okay?
I'm having a lot of trouble here. So, you fly.
I'm struggling.
You fly at max speed for 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, after flying over a large amount of plains,
Mm-hmm.
you arrive at the one building that you've seen in the whole trip,
Yep.
bordering on the edge of a large area of tree stumps that eventually ends in forest.
As soon as I land, I'm going to reach into the bag of holding and try and find Sariel's hand. Sariel? Sariel?
Sario, you estimate about 40 minutes has passed. You hop into the bag of holding.
So I'm standing by for this.
And then something's got you by the hair.
No.
As Archibald
If I
starts to
feel the
pull out-
hair, I'm not pulling.
You request Sariel from the bag of holding, and you get a fistful of hair.
Sariel's hand.
You start to pull her out, and then you like scrabble, and you switch, and you grab her hand, and you start to pull her out. You go about halfway out, and then you're starting to struggle to pull her out because her actual human weight is kicking in, as opposed to just the bag's magic.
Can't he put the bag on the floor and then just pull me on sideways?
Yeah, I think that's what I will end up doing.
Yeah.
And you eventually extract Sariel from the bag.
Hi.
That was uncomfortable.
It was very undignified.
Yeah, well,
Presto me, please. Because I imagine I'm covered in dirt from being dragged across the floor.
I'm just gonna Sit down. You do the rest.
Hi. Okay,
John,
so
you reach into the bag, you request Sariel, you get nothing.
Yeah.
hopefully you recognise that we're all good.
Yeah.
So we're at the lumberyard then.
You're at the lumberyard.
Okay, I'm going to give him a cup of tea.
Thank you.
It might be cold, but you have a cup of tea. It's iced tea.
Yep.
There you go. Because I've got frostbite.
I wasn't expecting boiled water.
Yeah.
I'm not
I don't know
100%.
how I would boil the water, so you know.
Yeah, neither do I. And I'm just going to use... I'm pretty sure Presto can do this.
Oh my god.
I love prestidigitation.
What just fell out of your
Heat
book?
water, yeah.
The horse. The horse just fell out of my book. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
warm
you can.
up 1 cubic foot of non-living material for an hour.
Fucking presto, man!
You can make hot tea.
Prestidigitation.
Here we go. We can never have to have cold tea. Yeah. So I'll give him a cup of tea to just sort of mellow out a bit, and I'll
Which
go
you
try
heat
to,
up.
and I'll try to find the foreman.
Okay, you head over to the building, and upon entering, there are a couple workers sitting around. It's getting towards the end. Well, no, never mind. It took you 40 fucking minutes. You dick.
So probably like 3 in the afternoon.
It's like midday, and it's like not midday. It's early afternoon. A couple of them are clearly on break, sitting around shooting the shit.
Did any of them see me get pulled out of a bag? Because they're probably tripping balls if they did.
You don't think so? There was no one out the front when Archibald pulled you out of the bag, but you're not sure if they were looking out the door or anything. But you head in and you see out the back of the building, so the whole area where all the workers are currently is fenced off, and there's this small main building that you've entered. But you kind of walk through, they give you some looks as you're walking, they're clearly not used to seeing strangers out these parts, and but you walk over to the back door, exit, and you see out there is someone who is very clearly a foreman, kind of wandering the grounds, making sure everything's going smoothly. You see here as he stops next to a couple of guys who are currently in the process of dual sawing a large log, and he kind of adjusts one of the guy's forms and then waves goodbye and continues on. He spots you and heads over to you. Hello.
Hi.
Weird to see a stranger out these parts. What you doing? What you need?
Maybe you shouldn't be this far away from towns. You'd see more people.
The funny thing about towns is we can't chop down the
business.
buildings for timber.
I picture them like Age of Empires zombie yards. They start really close to the town and then they just keep setting up further and further away.
Any case, hello.
Hi.
I'm wondering, can you cut wood rather thin, but still keep it fit for a house?
How thin are you looking?
What I would like is sort of get framing and then put a sort of thin layer of planks across to go on the outside of the house.
So like a facade of some sort.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean...
3 walls, a wall with a doorway, 2 or 3 windows in the 3 walls, and a roofing.
Yeah,
For a rather
Sounds-
small hut, it's not a very big.
sounds easy enough. I'll need
Do you know Freda very
measurements
well?
and... Oh yeah, we ship to them.
Right, so have you been there yourself?
Yeah, of course, I live
You know
there.
the decrepit cottage?
Old
edge
Corner's
town?
place.
I want to fix it.
Morgan knows why, but look, it's your choice. Yeah, sure. we
You
can-
realise without her, a lot of the town will have fallen to pestilence and sickness.
Look, I was out here whenever that happened.
Was your family?
You have a point. Fine. We'll do it. It's fine, but you're going to have to pay.
Well, I wasn't suggesting I wouldn't. I was just telling you why it was worth doing.
I need measurements. For a hut like that, look, you're looking at... 35 gold.
What I would like to do is, because obviously I had to get out here before you closed, we will most likely be leaving town tomorrow, myself and my companions. If I
Okay.
left the money with the mayor of Town,
Okay.
would you be able to go in? Because I need to check with Corma that
As
she
long
would
as
be
he's
okay
aware of the
with it.
situation, he can send the money over on one of the shipments.
Yeah, that's fine. I just need to check with Corma that she's okay with it. So what I'll do
Fair enough.
is, if she's okay with me doing that, I'll give the money to Mr. Frader, and he can send you the money, and then you can do the measurements and everything else if that's fine.
Fair enough.
So you receive the money, you do the job. Is that okay?
Sounds good
Or
to
in
me.
fact, we might do it half if that's fine.
Look, if we have to send something out there for measurements, it's going to be a little extra.
That's fine.
40 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
But is it alright if you get half when you start and half when you finish? So that I know that she's not going to be getting a half done job.
Roll a persuasion check.
Well, I'm not going to be there, so you know. Come on. Please tell me you rolled really bad.
What'd you roll?
An 8.
8?
I have a 0 on that.
We don't usually do business this way, but it's Corma. She's helped out the town, so sure.
Thank you.
Fine.
I do appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I mean, if I let her live like that much longer, she may not be around to save everybody the next time.
Yes, yeah, it's very true. The place isn't exactly stable.
Yeah.
But, yep, no, that's fine. We'll organise that. As long as the mayor knows what's happening and as long as we get the money.
Of course. Yeah. So I'll check it out with her, and if you get a payment with a note saying measure her house, go ahead and start, and the mayor will give you the second half of the money when it's finished.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
No, so just the roofing, make sure there's spaces for her windows, and replace her door.
Well, yeah, we'll do the measurements. We'll sort that out.
Then yeah, we're good.
All right. Well,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
Sorry, what was your name?
Uh,
Sorry, but I want to write it down.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Thank you. I'm Sariel, if that comes up for anything.
Sorry. Okay. Good to know. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a job to do. He
That's
turns,
okay, I have to go anyway.
starts not particularly happily, but he starts walking over to the next kind of point on his patrol.
Like rounds a corner. Ah, damn it, Don! I told you not to lift like that.
Yeah, exactly. You exit the building. Actually, you're still waiting out there with just having finished your cup of tea.
Still having a short rest.
Fair enough.
How'd you go?
They'll need to go out and take measurements,
Mm-hmm.
but 40 gold for an entire refurbishment of the outside of her house.
It's not bad.
And
It's not bad.
he will allow it that we pay half, and the mayor can deliver it.
Okay.
So if, for example, we're not going to be here, so I'll check with her that she allows it.
Mm-hmm.
We can give the money to the mayor can pay him, and he allows that. So,
Sounds good.
and then we'll do half to get him started, so he knows that the job's actually going ahead, and then half when he's finished. But I only have 22 gold on me at the moment.
Party funds.
No. So I'll do like 20 of it out of my own funds, because it's my idea. I don't expect everybody else to pay for it.
It's a good idea. She's a hero.
And he admits that actually.
So
He didn't at first, but he admits it.
I'm gonna start walking back to town. Walking.
Okay. Just walking, just taking it easy.
Yeah. I'm just
Still
How
gonna.
much
getting
do
your
you
short
Um,
rest.
Oh right, I wrote that down. 160.
How much is my weight and your weight?
I think
I think that is up, both of our
yeah.
weights. So how much is that?
That's 240.
We've
Yeah,
got 30 feet of flying by 40 points.
that's all right. Let's just take the horse.
Good idea. Yeah, we'll just get on the horse. 2 people can fit on the horse.
I reckon the broom would be able to carry more than the shovel. Yeah, we're having this conversation on the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should have gotten a broom. Maybe it's something to do with the straw end.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But no.
Oh well. I mean, if you want, unless you want my company particularly, I can just climb back in the bag. But
It's
I mean,
up
I
to
don't
you.
know how John would know to get me back out.
Get in the bag and never get back out again.
There is that.
Oh.
Also, I wanted to run something past you because it's a potentially bad idea.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So I saw the first rune child again recently.
You want to go find him?
Well, that's the thing. I saw him when I climbed in the bag.
That's odd. I didn't
It
see anything
was
when I climbed in the bag.
essentially the zone between
The bag and not the bag.
the bag and not the bag.
The bag and the vault.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Maybe, is that a
I feel
particularly
like-
magical space?
I'd say so because it seems to be like a
Is it-
dimensional transport of.
I've not actually truly understood.
Hmm.
When you see this face, because you've seen it more than once,
Yes.
is it a menacing face, or is it just a face that you remember? Like, is it? Do you feel uncomfortable by the gaze,
I
or is
don't.
it just sort of
It's
there?
it's
So you
just
know
there,
how when
like,
somebody looks at you in a particular way and it just is,
Yeah.
is uncomfortable,
I
and
mean,
it feels bad.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to create the small image, size of my palm,
Mhm.
of what I saw as I climbed in the bag.
Okay.
And that's what it looks like. Is
Does
not
it feel
particularly-
menacing to me?
Roll an insight check. What you see is 12. What you see is basically
No, 13.
you know those pin boxes where you put your
Yeah,
hand
yeah,
in and
yeah,
it makes the shape of your head. It's basically like someone shoved their face. in
So
one
it
of
does
those.
probably freak me out a little
It's
bit.
like this grey pin rendering essentially.
So it's kind of
of
like
face.
if somebody puts plaster of Paris
The
over your face.
expression doesn't
but with
immediately
pins.
strike you as menacing. You can see the expression. It's hard to make out features because of how featureless it is. It would be recognizable were you looking at it up against maybe the actual person, but it's a very kind of generic human-looking face
Right, okay.
from what you can tell at the moment.
I got this idea from Silkus when he was going through my memories before and he was displaying them. But like that is essentially what I see.
But are you sure you know who that is? It's not just you hoping that's who that is.
It's mentioned in the notes that he left me that he was essentially halfway teleporting. He was entering the Umbral network and wasn't exiting. I'm wondering if the bag of holding is a way to pull him out of the Umbral
And how
network.
exactly would you do that? What, grab him on your way through
I'm thinking I reach in
and try to grab him out?
searching for the rune child. The first rune child. I
Okay,
wonder-
fine. But I'm having my bow ready,
Mm,
and we're not doing it in town.
okay.
Do you want to get off the horse now and do it now? When we know we're around anyone? Because you might pull something out of that bag that we might regret.
But the essence that I feel from him is,
That's only if you manage to pull out him.
yeah.
What if you pull out something else?
I don't know what else I would be pulling out.
Never do I, and that's the problem. I'm willing to let you give it a go if you feel that you must do it.
If I finish my long rest,
Short rest.
short rest.
In order to do that, you will have had to be just trotting at most on the horse.
Yeah.
We're not
So
like
you've been doing
going
that.
hard
Yeah,
out.
we're
or-
just
We're ambling
Then,
while we talk.
Then yes, you finish your short rest.
okay. I think you make a good point, and I think it's important that we don't take this decision lightly. I think it's important that John's in on this as well. We can go back to town, get John.
We can always, once
Would-
we've been teleported, if we get teleported, we can always go into the outskirts of that town and try it there. Because then we'll have Solquist probably back at 100% too.
That's true.
And you won't be as tired.
That's also true.
But I am willing to let you try it if that's what you want to do.
I do want to try it. If nothing else, just to give them back a life.
Just promise me you're not going to try it in the middle of the night in the inn.
I won't.
I won't take kindly to being woken up by some person sprouting up on my lap.
I'm not going to... I never want to hurt you or John or Silkus the same way that I did the first night. So
Nightmares happen, it's alright.
yeah, I'll make sure that whatever does happen happens when we're all awake and all fighting ready. I just think it's... If this is the first rune child, their knowledge and their abilities might be the...
Keys.
They would be a very good ally.
He also might unlock some of your memory.
Yes, that too.
That's what I mean by keys.
I'd honestly forgotten that that's not mine. I don't
Even know what that is. It was
It
just
floated
attached to
down
your
from
phone.
here earlier. I don't know what it's from.
It's not here. It's like cotton.
Okay.
It was attached to your phone.
But yeah, I'd honestly,
As we do that,
I'd
it's obviously
honestly-
just like a hunk
yeah.
of horsehair that I'm just like
Yeah, right. Yeah.
putting on you.
I'd honestly forgotten that I didn't have a memory because I've been too busy making new ones. So
Yes, well, it doesn't do to dwell in the
Yeah.
past.
I'm not sure that I'll want them back.
You won't know till you have them.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you were, who you are is important.
Yes.
And
Very
just
true.
because you remember who you were, won't make you be that person again.
Hopefully.
I don't think it will. I'm sure if John was here, he'd say the same thing.
Yes, that's true.
Silkus would probably just try to probe your memory.
He does. Often.
Yeah.
It's a little bit invasive.
We should go check on him. I want to see if he's got his fever down.
Okay.
And we'll probably speed up the horse after that.
Okay, what's the horse's running speed?
Running speed?
No,
Or just
walk
move.
speed. What's its speed?
60.
60.
60.
Yep.
Okay. You can maintain, because of the magical nature of the horse, you can maintain a run, not a sprint, but a run, pretty much indefinitely, as you've discovered. So,
I mean, it already has a movement speed double
what
mine
was the
anyway.
movement speed of fly dashing? Is it 60?
120.
120.
With the dash, yeah.
Yeah.
So you
With the
can, I'd say if you could force march the horse, which would push it a little bit, and you could get back in just over an hour, or you could just maintain a constant 60 and get back in 2 hours.
I'd say probably like an hour and 3/4 or so.
Well, terrain. He didn't have to deal with terrain on the way over.
Oh, that's true.
Don't have to deal with terrain on the way back if I don't want to.
That's
We can
true.
just plane shift the horse.
True. Depends if you're willing
Have
to
you
take
ever
that risk.
plane shifted with the
Yeah,
horse?
you took us to show us,
Oh, okay.
each of us.
Do you want to just avoid everything on the way back?
Would it be faster?
Yeah.
Was that surf?
That was Sif.
Oh. Yeah,
Alright.
if it's faster.
You gotta plane shift the horse. And us.
Okay, and you're going to run the full 60
Yeah, why not?
straight back to Freighter Town.
Yeah.
Okay. You make it in, just over an hour and a half ish.
Nice.
In the meantime, so
Yeah.
you have a little over. You
2
have about
hours
two.
and 15
You have
minutes.
about 2.5 hours. So the
No,
time it
you'd
took
have
them
about
took them to
almost
get there,
3.
the time
Yeah.
it took them to do their thing and to start their walk back,
Yeah.
and the time to get back. So you've got about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
What are you doing in that time?
So Firstly, I'm gonna find a butcher, see if I can get the carcass for Hugh to have.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
3 silver.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go visit the inn, which I'm pretty sure that Silks is staying at.
Yep.
Book a larger room for us to stay in, and I assume he's already booked a room for himself.
He has, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, I would like a room.
And given that he's not feeling great, if he wants the company, I think I might just sit down with Silkus and teach him how to count cards in the Gridalian variant of Dragon Dare.
Fair
That
enough.
seems like
yeah, he's happy for the company.
Yeah.
He might be sick, but he might be a dick, but he's not. He's not an idiot. He enjoys the company from you, and so is that what you're spending the whole time doing? Okay. Eventually, 2 of you arrive from the west, back in Freda Town. Are you heading straight to the inn, knowing where Silkus and probably John are?
What time is it?
Mid-afternoon.
So 4 o'clock-ish.
4 o'clock-ish.
Do you want to come with me to try to talk Cormer into making this work? And
Let's
then
go.
Cool, so we'll do that.
Are you dropping by? You're going straight past the inn, so you're dropping by there first.
Do we want to maybe see if John wants to help us out with it too? Actually?
As we go.
Right.
Yeah. Right there.
Mm. So we'll pop in and check on Silkus. Can I check if he has a fever or anything?
Roll a medicine check.
I think it's a 16. I think.
Oh.
At this point, the clouds have formed over Freda Town, and it is now starting to rain as well.
Yeah. Echoing Sydney weather.
At which point,
It's a lot heavier than I was expecting.
Hib has been kind of prowling around the outside of the inn, occasionally coming in with you and then kind of leaving, sneaking his way out and prowling. You start to hear him howl.
Yeah.
But you are...
You know, whistle for him?
So that was a 16?
Yeah,
medicine?
just checking for a fever.
He's allergic.
Okay, so can
no
I...
fever. He's just
I'll
choked
give
up
him
at the
some
moment.
tea.
Okay.
And hand the cup to you to heat.
I'm gonna open the door, the window to outside, just unlatch it and call, hey, Hib, come on up.
Okay, he jumps
I'm just
through
picturing
the
you doing
window.
that thing. I can't do the whistle, but you know the one where they're whistling for their dog and they'll make those 3 short little sounds? That one. Yes. I can't do that.
You know who taught me that?
Who?
My bird.
Oh.
I used to own a lorikeet, and I learnt to whistle because it was so insistent on using that as its primary language.
But so we'll roughly explain what transpired at the lumber yard. And Silkus, I know you're not feeling well, but if you want to come along and try and help us convince Korma that it's a good idea, it might be nice. She also might be able to help you with your allergies a little bit. And John, I thought that you might be of help with convincing her that it was a good idea as well.
I reckon this rain's going to help convince her as well.
Yeah, there's probably a few leaks.
Silkus agrees. He wants to see Gormer again, so he agrees to come with.
Yeah.
You can sip your tea on the way.
He brings it with him. So, the 6 of you head down to Cormers. It's not a particularly large town. It's about a 15-minute walk. You arrive once again. You approach. You knock. The
Before
same
you
old
ask,
thing.
it's us.
The
I've brought
flap doesn't
John-
open up, and
I've
you
brought
hear the
John
lock start
and
to go.
Silkus and Archibald with me.
Door swings open. Hello, everyone. Well, come in. Come.
Is there leaks in your house? Can we see water coming in?
Very much so.
Yeah.
He's using a couple vials and bottles to kind of catch the leaks, but there are. She doesn't exactly have much of a floor.
I have a plan to fix this.
Mostly a packed dirt floor. So, what do you mean? What?
There's leaks. Your door's falling apart.
It's fine.
No,
It's fine. It's fine.
You've got 12 locks and half a hinge. Come on.
You don't have to pay for it.
The hinge is fine.
You don't have to pay for it. I also think the townsfolk will like you more if your house doesn't look as much like it's going to fall
I don't care
apart.
about the townsfolk. They whatever they think of me, it doesn't matter.
Korma, the townsfolk really appreciate you. I know that you envision yourself as this spooky witch that everyone reviles but comes to when they must, but you are kind of a hero of this town.
I don't know about that.
I
Where
actually-
did you get that impression?
I went to the lumberyard out of town. The one that's like, what, 8 miles? Was it?
8 miles.
Me and Archibald went out there, and I asked if...
I take it you spoke to Jeremy.
At first, he said, well, I wasn't there when Pestilence went through, and I said, but was your family? And he's actually agreeing that you are worth looking after. And he's
I don't
agreed.
need looking after.
He's agreed to refurbish the outside of your house. The inside of your house will look exactly the same. It'll be fine. Nothing inside the house is going to change.
I see.
Just the outer shell of the house will not leak or fall apart.
As this conversation's happening, I'm casting mending on the door hinges.
Don't
You
help her.
You managed to fix 3 of the 7 that are on the door.
Hinges.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll have tried to fix it on her own before, you know this.
Yeah, that's why I'm fixing them.
Very, very clearly,
I'm fixing the structural ones.
you actually fix a 4th. 3 of them are completely unsalvageable. Sorry, 2 of them are completely unsalvageable. 1 is fully functioning, and the rest you're going through fixing. You managed to fix 4, but upon fixing the 4th one, you realize it's completely misaligned, just by its very nature of how it was installed. And now the door doesn't want to open at all, so you break it again.
I'm gonna realize this. Just sigh heavily. Oh, you're both watching me.
What are you
No.
doing?
Security. Consultation.
But if we convince her that this is a good idea, she'll have a new door. And, Korma, I want your door to have a little latch so that you can look out at people without breaking it.
Okay, I admit I would like that, but
I cast magic missile on the door on all the hinges except for the one that was fine. Yeah, it's broken. Not even I can fix it, Korma. You got 3 of these that are completely unsalvageable, even by Umbra. You need to fix this.
You can keep all the locks if you like.
Can I? Okay.
You can put all of those locks on your new door. And the new door's going to have a little thingy so you can check who's at the door without opening it.
I suppose that I can accept this, but I will be overseeing the entire operation.
Of course you will. They'll be doing it on your house. You'll be here. I'm also going to get the mayor. We're going to get Henry to give the money so that they're accessed through official channels. Okay.
If you're sure, but I really don't need it.
Yes, you do.
As she does this, she steps and one of her hooves kicks over a vial, and she kind of quickly turns around, props it back up, and just kind of stops a little bit.
Does her tail knock down 3 more things?
She doesn't have a
whips
tail.
them? Really?
No.
Just wings though. We don't want to come back next time and find your house in even worse repair and you be sick because of it.
I've never gotten sick in my life, and partly that's because
Why do I
I'm
very
very good at
much want
stopping
to
them.
slap you right now? You remind me so much of Fenrir. You're a stubborn fool.
Look, I'm not stubborn.
You've agreed to it, but you've agreed to it with a I don't actually need it attitude.
Well, I don't. Look, okay.
I'm gonna go around and pick up. I'm gonna go around and pick up all the vials that are doing leaks, and then watch the floor, and say, "Are you sure you don't need this?"
It's summer. I can go for a swim.
In here? Your door won't hold the water. You get enough water in here, the door's going to break off.
And then you'll have no security.
You have a valid point, I suppose. Look, okay, let's not talk about this anymore. It's happening, obviously, so let's just...
Okay, so somebody.
How is the fight?
Wait, before we do, I just need to get the details for you. Somebody's going to come by and they're going to have to measure all of the, like your roof and the walls and stuff,
Yes.
so that they know what size to make for
Okay.
the new stuff, okay?
Okay. Oh,
And then
okay.
they'll bring the rest of it.
Okay, and then the mayor will deal with the rest. I
Yes.
assume. Okay.
Okay.
How's the fight? What did you fight?
Silka's got knocked out.
I mean, we
Twice.
don't have to
Meat.
start with that.
Twice? Was it twice?
I think so. Yeah.
Once outside and once inside. That was quite scary. Because
I would imagine it would.
me and John
yes.
had tried to go down a big dark staircase, and then Fenrir was like, "You get your butts back here!" And I come back up, and we almost lost Silka, so that was quite scary.
What
Yeah.
by? What?
It was some sort of, was it the one with the
Some
big
kind
mouth?
of demonic underlings of some sort.
Yeah, there was something with a huge mouth and
He
something that
wasn't
looked like a
mouth.
bit like a
Prepared
goat or-
for us per se, but there was certainly some kind of being
What was the
guarding
frog
his
thing?
stronghold, as it were.
There was a frog thing there.
Frog thing.
Do I remember the frog thing and what it was called?
Roll a history check.
Yeah, the goat person.
Unnatural 20?
You remember what it was called?
What was it called?
Slud.
Oh, yeah, there was Slud.
A slud.
Yes.
What colour was it?
Oh,
Black?
did
That's a red one.
you fought a slud? Did it knock him out, or was it something else?
I think the slide knocked him out.
What
yeah.
color was it?
I think it was red. Was it red? Do you remember? Oh, look. I'm just going to sit and meditate about that, and I'll get back to you about that in a moment. The boys can tell you about the rest of the fight.
You fought a red slud. Did any of you get hurt by the slud?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so. I believe Silkus. Yeah, yeah, but we've recovered. Why are you looking at us
one
so
does not
strangely?
simply recover from.
That was a very concerningly timed thunder hit.
Yeah, it
We've recovered.
Who was touched by the slud? Who? Out of all of you.
It was a while ago. I'm trying to remember.
I'm sitting in a corner going,
Silkus was here.
I
at the
think it
LBs to
chased
take
Silkus off into the forest, so I don't believe that.
Roll a
fought
history
it
check,
directly.
Sarah. If you roll low enough, you don't have to look through your book.
Oh no, you have to look through your book.
12.
Alright, continue to look through your book.
Can I?
Can you what?
Can
Do you
I
remember what color it was? Roll a history check.
Is the slard's touch the sort of
28.
Yeah, you remember it was red.
Okay, yeah, it was
Yeah,
red.
but I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for
is the
who
slard's
the red one.
touch? Because we haven't really noticed anything in particular. Is that something that you would?
The slutty, they are very dangerous creatures. The red ones and the blue ones, when they
seems-
scratch you, they implant a baby slud.
Oh,
It gestates over months and
Maybe
kills
that's
the
why
host.
You're not feeling that well, Silkus.
Silkus here.
yeah.
Silkus came with, yeah. It kills the host after it is finished gestating.
Can you check for that?
I
At all?
cannot. Basic magical detection spells, I suppose, can find the presence, but getting it out is a whole.
Wait, are you telling us right now that Silkus could be pregnant?
Essentially, yes.
So could Fenrir. Fenrir got hit by it as well. I think the rest of us were pretty far back because you were trying to get down the stairwell. I was using my bow. You were using magic.
Yes.
Silkus got hit up front. And
Yeah.
Fenrir was hit by it as well.
Alright, well, Fenrir probably needs to go see someone about this. So, I'm going to use sending because I had a short rest. I regain a third level spell
And you use the
slot.
horse, not your spell.
Yeah. And I'm just going to send Fenrir a message saying, Fenrir, there is a chance that you may be pregnant with a red slud. If it comes to full term, and if it comes to full term, it will kill you. Go get yourself checked.
Okay.
An STD check,
Yeah.
effectively.
Yes.
Oh dear. What's the nearest place that we can do?
Thank you, Archibald. I will do that right away.
I can't reply.
No.
Is Silkus like? I bet you Silkus is sort of just having a bit of a panic attack right now.
Are you able to check Silkus?
Check him, but not fix it. That's fine. But can you?
Let me see what I can do.
Is there
Let
a way,
me see.
is there a way that I can assist you at all?
I'm not sure you could. No.
Okay.
She walks over, very much subdued to her normal demeanor, and
I go around putting the vials back down
She
on
kind
the
of-
legs.
very much with the most deliberation you've ever seen from her. Kind of reaches and then thinks for a bit, and then walks over to another part of her shelf, grabs an ingredient, sets it down on her alchemical setup. Walks over to somewhere else. She's looking at a selection of boxes. She kind of picks one up, considers it for a moment, picks another one up, looks at two of them, puts one back, takes it, and eventually gathers some ingredients together, and she starts an alchemical process of distilling a potion.
Well, I'm glad we came here.
Yeah,
I'm glad we also brought Silkus here.
Yes.
Silkus, we're glad that you're here. Just so we know if we should be expecting yeah, an explosion of sorts.
Silkus is he's gone whiter than he normally is.
Okay, so
He looks like he's seen a ghost or something similar.
With an Arcana check of 17,
Uh-huh.
do I know if message actually makes like an audible sound as I'm casting, or can I cast it silently?
Well, it has verbal components, right?
Yes.
So
But
you can't cast it completely silently, but you are used to using it in a whisper.
Alright. I'm going to look at my book and see if Master breaks that. Keep going.
I've just had a thought. Sariel, you've like trained in that like naturey way of detecting the presence of like monsters, right? I think you mentioned that. Could you? Does that work on
What does
slards
a
or?
slard come under? Like, what is,
Roll
is it a
roll an insight check, since you've met it before.
beast? I'm just wondering, does it come under the same classification as a beholder? Or a spectator?
Anyone who's trying to think of this, roll an insight check.
Insight.
And what's
Damn
mine?
No.
Was mine insight as well?
Yes.
17.
17.
11. I
Yeah,
think.
that's not great.
Yeah,
Where
11.
is my?
Could I get
What's your face?
I have a
It's like
favourite
7.
enemy.
Yeah.
7. Okay.
I think my favourite enemy would be a monstrosity, so is it considered a monstrosity?
No.
Because Glenn knows what it is.
Wait, and we're over... Oh, no.
You don't know what it is for sure, but you know the traits of the different categories.
Oh, wait.
And in considering it,
Is
you're
that a beast?
fairly confident that it's an aberration.
Aberration. Okay, hang on. There is something I can actually do, Michael. As Michael, there is something I can actually do, I just don't remember what it is.
Yeah, there's a ranger feature for detecting the presence
Yeah.
of. I just don't
While
remember.
tracking
I just
other
don't remember
creatures,
whether
you can
you
also
picked.
learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long they've passed
Yeah, I
through
just-
an area. So if I sat down and like tried to track a slard, I think he's trying
I
to
was quite
get
work
me
I
to
that
was
way.
I was thinking of the detecting whether there's any of them within a mile feature.
Yeah,
What is that called?
I don't
Do you know?
know.
But the main thing is I don't know whether you picked aberration for that.
That is favourite enemy, and no, my favourite enemy is monstrosity. But
Okay.
when I get to level 6 in ranger, I can get a second favourite enemy. So I'm thinking with this interaction, it very much might be. Wait, is a spectator an aberration? You've got a book of monsters there? Because if it is, then yeah, I probably could. Because aberration would be
Yeah.
my choice.
That's the wrong book.
What are you doing?
I don't remember what a spectator
Oh,
is.
worse.
So if it is an aberration, then yeah.
I feel like it is.
I think it might be. And if
think
it
it
is, then
is.
I could do it as my favourite enemy. I could
Yeah,
probably do
aberration
that. So there you go, I probably could.
is. Hold on.
Because
As in-
my favourite enemy is classed on the fact that I hate spectators
Right.
because of my past.
Right. What have you
So-
got listed as your favourite enemy?
I don't have it listed because you guys only printed out what was in the handbook, not my specifics.
Right, so it is aberration that is your favourite enemy.
There you go.
So,
So yeah, you could try and do your thing and see if you find anything.
I have an advantage on wisdom survival checks to track my favourite enemy.
There is isn't it part of the thing where it's like a spell?
Favourite enemy info right there.
Because I think it was probably not quite under the favorite enemy section, if I remember right.
Well, all the ranger info's there. I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah, yeah, it would be in there. Unless it was a subclass thing.
There
I
is
forgot.
primeval awareness. Additionally, you can tune your senses to determine if any of your favourite enemies lurk nearby. By spending
There
one
you go.
uninterrupted minute in concentration, as if you were concentrating on a spell, you can sense whether any of your favourite enemies are present within 5 miles of you.
Ooh.
This feature reveals which of your favourite enemies are present, their numbers, and the creature's general direction
Nicely
and
done, Michael.
distance in miles from you.
Such a good D&D memory, honestly. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, so you sit down and you start to concentrate on this. Takes you about a minute, all the while Corma's in the back with her chemical setup bubbling away. Smells, rather ranted smells starting to rise from it. Almost breaks your concentration for a sec, but you shake your head out of it and continue. Eventually, you manage to complete your ritual, and you sense within 5 miles of you a single aberration from Silkus's direction. Sorry, 2 aberrations.
Two.
I have.
You sense one nowhere near you. It's off kind of to the southwest, almost to the very...
It says that I can tell what kind they
Almost-
are as well, right?
Yeah.
So what one is that? What is that?
Not one that you're familiar with.
Okay. And what about... is it... is the other one
And
a
it's
slide?
like almost at the extent of your
Is the other one a slide?
thing. The other one is, and you kind of, using your sense, you look over to Silkus, doesn't seem to work, and you can sense it, and as you kind of turn and scan the room, you scan over Archibald, you scan over John, and you realise no matter where you turn, it seems to turn with you.
Is it in me? Fuck you, Oscar.
I'm not the one who did this.
It didn't hit me, did it? Have you got it written down somewhere that it hit me? Oh, fuck.
So
You
what is it? Can you
okay?
see it? Does he have one? Why have you got that look on your face?
I never thought I'd be saying these words, but guys, I'm pregnant.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, this is not a baby I want to have.
Well, You say getting it out's difficult. That implies it's possible, right?
Corma at this point, having heard this part of the conversation, has stopped what she was doing
Yeah.
and is now back over with you. Yes. The quicker the better. And in order to retrieve it, I know of no magical means. However, there is a very delicately practiced surgery that can be done.
I've heard of those, and those can kill people, can't they?
Hmm.
If it comes to full term, it will kill you in a day. But until such time, it is...
No, I meant the operation, not the creature.
The operation, it depends on who you get. Your best bet would be, of course, going to USAN, where they have some of the best technology.
How long do you think?
Chimeria might have some
How long do they usually take to...
3 months or so.
Guys are running out.
Yeah.
At its
This is
current
not
stage, is this child creature considered its own entity, umbrally? Or is it considered part of Sariel?
I don't know.
Why? Are you intending to put me in a bag of holding and pull the baby out?
No. my intention is to dimension door you and leave it.
Look, I'm not very
yeah, but
well
you might
versed
tear out
in...
my entire uterus or something.
No, all of you would come, just not the baby.
We need to speak to an expert.
Yes.
Imagine this is not good.
Roll, if someone roll an Arcana check for Silkus, please.
He's got a +9.
Cool. 30-20 then.
I'm pretty sure he's got a +9.
I will check, but
Silkus,
that looks like an 8, so 19. But
It's been about
maybe
a
he's
month.
forgotten to update it. Who knows?
Guys, it's been about a month since we fought there. if not more.
Yeah.
Silkus doesn't know for sure,
Maybe even 2.
but he's got some very shaky knowledge or very uncertain information on the way parasitic creatures and things of the nature attach with their host.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't think that simply leaving it behind would work.
It's a shame.
Alright. Okay, so talk to an
You
expert.
planned this while I've been in the house.
No.
You playing this while we've been here tonight? He's just
No.
like, oh yeah, this
No. Like, I trust that Oscar planned this
When
before
it
we
happened,
fought the Slard. Given that it's right there
and
on
the
the
look on his
monster
face
thing,
right now,
presumably.
probably actually. Far out. Did it actually happen?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Notes aren't that complex.
Neither am I, apparently.
I don't know whether this will actually help, but you should take this. I'm gonna pull off one of my pariats, and I'm gonna hand it to you.
Oh. Okay.
So that's the pariat of health.
Okay.
Which
If you're already infected with the disease, the effect of the disease is suppressed while you wear the pendant.
I don't know whether that will work on a Slard parasite, but
Is that
we can
considered a
hope.
disease?
It's better than nothing.
I mean, placebo effect.
Okay.
Thank you.
You put that on.
Hmm.
You feel inexplicably better. Health-wise.
This is a tough situation.
Yes.
We
Yes,
probably,
it is.
honestly, guys, there's 2 reasons we can't really go for Yusan. One,
Yeah.
I'm not risking that. And two, time. It's Chimeria or I'm gone.
And Chimera, even then, is not that great, but we may just have to risk it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the other option's Yong. Maybe. But Chimeria would probably have more of a...
First thing tomorrow, we can, if you can send a message asking for, or like send a couple of messages asking for Fenrir to ask around, and because I imagine the Maestrial's court will know about where there are experts and surgeons, even if they don't have them themselves.
Okay.
Just BT dubs. This is actually how she'll be sitting. Like...
Yeah. Alright, so
That
we're on a
is
timer,
not
but
what I was expecting.
yeah.
Also, there's another aberration somewhere within 5 miles of us, but kind of right on the edge of that, just for reference. Don't actually know what that one is, though.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm sorry, I just looked at the spell you were looking at. I think it's the one you were looking at, and good lord, that seems
Gross.
gross.
What were you looking at?
Never mind.
Sorry, how many months has it been since we had that fight? Because I don't have it in the calendar when we actually had that fight.
Oh, I think I might. Because
I had it.
Well, the campaign has been running for just over a month. Sorry, almost 2 months, the campaign.
Yeah, so how long ago was it that we had the fight?
The fight itself...
I don't have those in my notes.
You estimate to be about a month.
Yeah, see, that's what I wrote down. I was like, it's been maybe 1 month. So...
Actually, hold on, I know exactly.
Yay, race of opium.
So I
Yeah,
think
it's
it
been
was
about a month.
Florence 15.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's what Anna says.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
You know, I wasn't actually going to tell them that, but okay, there you go. Florence 15 was the date of the fight.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Although I don't appreciate your hand in the fact that he's attempting to kill my favourite character. If I have to make another character, we are going to go through hell. You realise that? Because I'm going to pick the most emo character I can.
Where are you going to play Silphus?
We already have one Silkus in this group, okay? And that's enough. But you know what? Anna, if you let Oscar kill my character, you have to make another book.
It's
Just
true.
saying.
It's true.
So you might want to talk him out of that.
They'll just put like a different cover on top.
As you all
Hold
consider...
on, I'm just putting Sariel dies on Solaris 15.
Thanks, John.
Yep.
Thanks so much.
As you
I
all
built you a
you.
house. I helped you tame a pet. And this is how you repay my kindness.
As you all consider
Oh.
the circumstances with which you have found yourself in, we are going to take a break. We'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes.
If he comes back with a black eye, don't be surprised.
Yeah, don't be.
Just looking like a panda.
With the mid-show
Yeah,
after show,
actually.
as per usual. So, we will see you soon. In the meantime, go get a drink, some popcorn, go to the toilet, whatever you might need to do. We will be eating. Well, I will be eating, because I'm fucking starving. And, yeah, we'll see you soon. I would change it, except somehow I've ended up completely disconnected from Australia. I guess I'm going to have to do it this way. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome.
that.
Is that what the actual DC is?
I'd say so. Like 25 and up is very difficult. 30 is you have to roll a natural 20.
Well, that's 20 adjacent.
Yeah. Hi guys.
Welcome back.
The sands of time want me to die. So does Oscar.
I mean, he gave us, well, he gave us sort of 3 months to find out
2
about
months.
it, and then to work on it.
No. If we hadn't all gone to see Korma, I probably would have died in 2 months. I don't
I think-
foresee us
I
going
think
near
he
anyone else
would've-
medical in that time.
I trust him to have, like, at the last minute been like, something weird's going on. You should find out what it is.
Change.
Hey, we haven't started yet.
Well, we're not doing that one today. As much as I would love to, I need Josh here for that. Welcome
The
everybody
only
to the
one
mid show
that's
after show. The mid show after show, not game show today. The MSAS NGS Assassins,
Where's the N come from?
not game show.
Oh. Okay.
I actually had to like say it in my head to get the letters. I was like, what the f*** did you say?
Assassins. That's what we're on today. I feel like that needs to become the thing. But yeah, hi. We had an amazing moment during break where I called 2 separate rolls in a row.
That's true.
He called that the roll was going to be a nat 20, it was a nat 20, and then he called that the next roll was going to be an 11, and it was an 11.
It was amazing.
It was scary.
I almost fell out of my chair.
I wish he had.
I'm glad that I didn't, because if I fall out my chair, there goes Michael. Like, he's just...
So sad.
Dead.
They've become just
He
a
goes down, he's
disembodied
taking
voice.
you with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather impressive, really.
Yeah, there's apparently a dangerous storm on its way, so you heard part of that, maybe, over the microphones before we went on break, but hopefully we don't lose power. That'd be really wonderful. Anyway,
If we
what are
did,
you
we
guys'
promised
thoughts on
to
the
call
situation?
session. Don't we? We promised to call the session if it does.
If the
go out.
power goes out, yes, we'll
we
call the
won't.
session.
Yeah, we won't just keep playing without you guys.
No, we
I
won't.
might.
He'll just sit here on his own playing the game.
I mean,
Doubt it. You'll just go like into our office and talk to Jesse about Satisfactory.
It's very true. Satisfactory is better now. Update 3 came out, and there went all my productivity that I was planning. They'd been teasing it, like, yeah, we're going to release it. Oh, no, we're not. Yeah, we are. No, we're not. And then they're like, oh, yeah, surprise. And it's like, no.
You have the same level of like, like the content is the same with less sentence structure.
Yeah,
Is what I have.
yeah,
Because it can't be bothered to write in full sentences.
yeah.
What do you have there?
Because I was trying to remember it. Now I can't. This is for all my notes that are too verbose for this. So the notes that go into this are a trimmed down version of this. This is where I find everything, and then I filter it to this, and there's not much there at all. There's nothing in here.
It's very neat though.
Oh yeah,
It's true. I have artist handwriting.
he does. He's got very good handwriting. What do you guys think of the current situation?
I
I want to kill you, and I did punch you on break.
It's true. She did punch me on break. Wasn't in the eyeball though.
I hope that we can like not think of it as a baby, which is why I'm calling it a slard tumor as often as possible.
Yeah, I started saying fetus instead of baby.
Tumor's still more brutal.
It's just alien. It's just a chest burster.
Okay, now
So is
we
it in
know
my
I don't
chest?
know.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's in your like little pinky toe. Who knows?
I mean, do I look like I have any bulges? Would be the next question.
That was a good question.
If it scratched me on the arm or something, and then I just had this random bulge on my arm, I think we'd notice by this point.
It's somewhat like a child.
I know it like the back of my hand. Well, that wasn't there before.
Oh no, I'm suddenly muscly.
I mean, you are, and it's upsetting.
What?
Yeah, you actually just tensed, and it was actually kind of like
You're
there.
like, I'm suddenly muscly.
Okay, Glenn just does it, and
Wait,
he's
what?
just like a fucking.
Jesus Christ! That does not look like it belongs there.
What? My tricep or bicep, or just my entire arm?
Well, Well, I actually meant the tan line.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's like fades.
It's a pretty freaking decent tan line.
I mean, the tan line is
Like,
also on the
so-
underside of my arm right here.
But how do you get... Like, this is a
He
normal
works
size...
outside in short sleeve shirts all the time.
This is a normal size t-shirt. How is he not tan here?
Because my work shirts come down to about here.
That's just weird. Just saying, that's just weird. But yeah, I'm mad at you.
Oh yeah.
I'm very mad at you. And the fact that you've been planning this for...
Yeah, this is not something
while.
that I just decided on the spot. This is something that I wrote down when they failed the saving throws a month ago.
Now, when...
A month ago?
Not real time.
Were we on break when you said about how many he saved on?
I'm
think
fairly
yes.
certain. I don't actually know for sure.
Because he
I
was
haven't gone back and
sidling
watched.
out of the room as
But
he said it.
I'm fairly certain that that Silkus succeeded 3 consecutive saving throws and was not. Well, I know for a fact that he wasn't infected, but he succeeded on 3 consecutive saving throws. I'm fairly sure what happened. You can always go back and look. It's the one where they fight on the surface of the Corin Peninsula before they go into the dungeon where they kill Pestilence.
Hold on, let me just...
That was session 14.
It would be funny if you were accurate on that.
I think 16, but...
I have the ability to
It
check.
was
I'm not-
18.
I'm not going to.
It was 18.
I found the one where we have
No, that's
the
16.
Oh.
There you go.
was
Episode
so
16.
close.
Go to the link in chat to go and watch that at a future date, of course. You have to watch today's first.
Legally obliged.
Illegally obliged. Now that you're here, you have to watch the rest of the stream or else you die. The government will murder you. Yeah, episode 16, Topside. Good episode. It's where Silkus succeeds on a whole bunch of saving throws and Sariel does not.
And we...
All I have about this lad is it comes out of the forest intending to join the fight. Silkus makes it lie on the floor and laugh. Archibald goes downstairs to join John, and Sulfur goes with him. They're walking through a dark passageway. After taking out another demon, I follow them into the stairwell. And Fenrir calls me back upstairs, and then Silkus is on the ground bleeding. I stabilize him, and he ice knifes the slide and it dies.
See, your notes make me feel real bad, but I guarantee you I wrote that down as soon
No,
as it
I'm not
happened.
disagreeing with you. I'm peeved that I didn't write it. Because I would have remembered it.
You've been hit by so many things throughout the course of this campaign.
Why would you write that particular one?
This just seemed like a rather innocuous.
I did write down that the
until-
slide in the next episode. I wrote down the slide had 14 gold and 7 silver. So at least he paid me for my time.
Yeah, it's true. It is true.
Did.
Basically, Black Widowed him.
I didn't eat him.
No, but you killed him.
Black widow spiders eat their mates while they're having sex.
Alright, fine. You praying mantis him.
They do that as well, Glenn.
Tear off their heads,
Whilst they're having sex.
and then they
yeah.
steal their gold.
Famously.
Famously praying mantises.
That's why the church is so rich.
Oh.
The church also
Go.
famously praying mantises.
Out. I'm never giving you another snake ever. Out. You are given just pretzels.
God damn it,
Forever.
Ron.
I will go and play Satisfactory with your husband if you don't want me here.
Yeah, he's right there, ready to be played with.
Phrasing, please.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Seriously?
I
In a
really don't need.
session,
I really don't need that imagery.
in a session where Oscar has impregnated you, you're really going to talk about phrasing?
Okay, I just had to picture you and Jess. So yeah, I am going to bring up
To be fair,
phrasing.
it wasn't me, it was the dice, so...
It was you.
Like,
It was you.
as much as I think this is like
I'm
a
pretty sure
really
it was Gygax.
interesting thing to have happened in this campaign, you chose to put a red slab there.
I did. I didn't
And
choose
I
how you
just
would
want to
handle
point out
Honestly, I thought,
This-
considering... I thought that despite the fact I know that you all are very good at not metagaming, I still thought Glenn having used Slides before, Josh having read the Monster Manual, you having all your knowledge of the Monster Manual, I would have thought that between you all, there would have been a very subconscious, let's not go near that slard. And that didn't happen. There wasn't a single mention of it.
Yeah, it's because I used the slide stat block before.
Yeah.
I didn't read
That's
the
part
section.
of the stat block.
Alright, give me.
See, like, I like the place where my, like, knowledge of stuff is for the campaign.
That's
Because
like-
I'll, like, know enough to, like, remember the features of other classes, but I don't know Monster Manual
Holy
stuff.
shit, you're getting a third boob.
What? Where's that?
Egg moves to the chest cavity. Just literally a chest burster.
Just straight up reading it, eh?
At birth, the tadpole chews its way through
it's
the
meta knowledge
vital.
that really doesn't
Yeah.
matter. So
At birth, the tadpole chews its way through vital organs and out of the host's chest in 1 round,
6 seconds.
killing the host in the process. If the disease is cured, before the tadpole's emergence, the unborn slide is disintegrated.
Well, that's made things easier.
Oh, this is nice. A humanoid host can only carry 1 slide egg. 1. So there's only 1.
Like you.
Yeah, kind of twins.
I would like you to consider my words very carefully. This is meta knowledge that really doesn't matter.
I'm gonna start growing a third boob. It's terrible. This is terrible. No, like, honestly, Oscar,
It
you
would be
started...
immoral of me to suggest a third boob.
You...
How
Might-
about a fourth?
But might I suggest combining them into one giant super boob?
What's that from?
It's probably from Futurama.
Okay.
But I never watched that because I got it from the Bumblebee of Twitch, which is
Okay.
the guy called Milbyful. Anyway.
You started this campaign by hurting my dog.
Mm.
And now you're trying to kill me with an alien baby.
Mm.
I have a feeling that you
I'm not
might...
trying to kill you.
You might have it out for me right now.
I'm succeeding.
Can you reach his legs? Can
Yep.
you kick him under the table?
Sure.
There you go, kick me.
Dick.
It's alright. I've
I
killed
am-
his character twice in my campaign. That must make you feel better.
Wait, twice?
Yeah, it does actually.
When was the first time? Or second time?
When you got your arm disintegrated and then came back to a planet with atmosphere. And then the last session.
Oh yeah, you died. You died in the last one too. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
he had a whole history.
See, I remembered the first time. I didn't remember the fact that you killed off the character I had previously played that I wasn't currently playing.
I killed him off screen as well.
Did.
Just to
You-
fuck
Just to really disrespect him.
I had to like find out that he was dead twice. That actually makes me feel worse. I liked that character. I like it better than I like
I
the
feel like
current
Hannah's
one.
going through some emotional
I am.
turmoil at this point.
I am. It's all your fault.
Yeah.
You
Well,
suck.
It
it's our fault.
genuinely is all your fault.
That's true, actually. It is entirely my fault. I'm the one who asked him to kill me off.
Wait, what? You asked him?
I was not enjoying playing him the way I built him. So I was like, I'm really not enjoying this, and I have a really cool backup character planned. So die next session.
So here I am, sitting with my campaign notes, and he messages me. Major plot arcs out the window.
As if you guys haven't done that to me before.
Mate,
That's all you got.
All the plans for my character that I have are
revolve
now
around her
fucked.
not dying.
That's true. I mean, most plans
was
for
gonna
characters,
take you
besides
guys
my own
home.
characters.
Introduce you to my parents.
Yeah,
Like,
parents.
Oh.
like we can at least be happy that
Oh. parents.
You know, wolf mother and wolf
that
father.
if Sariel
Wolf mother's in
dies
a bed.
Yeah.
and Anna has to make a new book, she will kill Oscar for us.
So
Well, let's
basically,
castrate
it's
her.
the circle of life.
I've honestly heard her threaten to remove his testicles a few times, so we can at least guarantee that.
That was today, yeah.
yeah.
A few times today.
What
Yeah.
a wonderful phrase.
Not how it goes, but anyway,
Excuse me?
What?
musically.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Tune.
I'm tone deaf, but at least I got the words right. Shall we get back into the session?
No,
Okay,
we're not.
let's go.
We are not doing any sessions at all until he decides to remove this from my body.
I've already decided to remove it from your body. You just have to follow
Sometime
through
in
with
the
it.
next 2 months.
Do you have any messages there, like that you can send?
Sending? No. Messages? Cantrips.
Tomorrow morning.
How far the message send though? Can't I?
Message is
Message has a distance, right?
500 feet, yeah.
And,
Sending
and line of
is
sight,
unlimited.
right?
I've never
Tomorrow.
I've never
don't know.
played it with line of sight. I always picture message more like walkie-talkies and sending like a phone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Tomorrow then, can you please send to Fenrir?
Tell him
He's
where to
about the
set.
only person that I would care to tell.
Okay, so do
Beyond
we want
this group.
to continue with our current plan to Everbeth, or are we aborting to try and get on top of this as soon as possible?
Do we want to use that word?
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Michael is just.
I would like to formally apologize
I'm out.
to everyone in the world.
Holy shit.
Can we guarantee that what we're doing is going to be less than 2 months? Will we be able to
If-
get back to somewhere in time?
Well, I guess that depends on whether we think of what we're doing as going to Ilm or what we do after that. Because
Well, I mean, we might get there and be forced forward. Like, if we don't do something now, then we might just be out of time before we can do anything.
We are not in particularly urgent situation in regards to okay, so how about we get
You've read a lot.
we get Fenrir and the Maestriel's take on the like where to find experts. And
If they say you send, we're not going.
we'll take care of that first, because we don't know what's going to happen if we go to Ilm, and our desire to go there isn't the most time critical.
Thank you.
So let's take care of you first.
Thank you. That doesn't escape my notice that most of the... Well, we started this errand to heal Sulfur. And now we're continuing it to fix me, so...
Yeah.
But if they say that the best experts are in UCM, we're not going. We'll find another way.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not going to put you at risk.
I guess-
appreciate that.
the alternative, as much as I don't really like splitting us up, is you don't have to go to Yusen if Yusen is where we have to go to get you the best care.
If
Like
you say this where we
Archibald-
have to go to get you the best care, you can bet your ass I'm not going anywhere else.
I guess what I mean is, as much as we all want to be by your side, Archibald, like, you can stay behind and message us throughout the days if you want to be in less danger. I don't know.
I've never been one to run from danger. Never been one to really hide.
If it was in the opposite shoes and he had to go somewhere that I was barred from, he'd go. Well, I'd go. So I know that he would, which is why I don't want to go. Unfortunate truth, but there's too many risk factors for it.
Alright.
We're
I
not going to
guess-
be able to do anything until the morning when you can send messages anyway.
Yeah.
Let's say
Do we want to delay our departure until we've given the Maestral time to ask our advisors and get a response back to us?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably best. I mean, at least that way we can sort out everything for Corman's house,
Yeah. Alright.
which we are still in.
Yes.
Yes. Corma is still here, listening in very quietly.
Sorry,
sipping a
Corma.
tea, holding him.
We'll get out of your hair soon. Sorry, Corma.
Anything I can do to help?
You don't have the ability to send messages over great distances, do you?
I can, actually.
Can you? Well, since then that way we wouldn't have to wait overnight.
Yeah, if possible. Would
Could you message Fenrir for us?
Yes. What would you like me to say?
How long of a sentence can you send?
30 words or so?
Okay, well,
Sariel
Sariel has
slard in slard child
Tadpole?
infection.
tadpole.
Yeah.
Yes.
And does
Need
the
help?
Maestrial
Need advice?
know of where we can find experts to help?
Okay.
Yeah.
She
Is it 30?
she pulls out off of out of a small chest.
I think
She
it's
opens up a
message
small
30.
chest.
Yeah.
And withdraws a very small scroll with kind of gilded ends and a rather fancy looking thing. She opens it up slightly, traces with her finger,
So she's
A
drawing
pattern.
a spell on it.
closes the scroll, and then opens it. And as it opens, you notice it contracts into a
25.
very thin, almost
A
wire
message.
of paper.
Hmm.
Fenrir, it is me. Sariel is infected with a slud, and if you or the Maestrial have any information, we would be much obliged. And she
So close.
Close.
22.
Oh, that's right. I've seen Travis count with Laura Morgan. And he goes he points out how many she's got left, so she says something extra at the end.
A short time passes. He has replied. He currently is having himself checked. As of right now, he does not know future course of action. However, he said he will send a message to Sariel as soon as he finds out.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you have any books on slides?
No.
Is there a library here?
No. Your closest best bet would be Chimeria.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Should we go?
Yeah, let's go home. It's still raining outside, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right. Hey, buddy, you want to hop inside? And I'll let Shibboleth climb inside my little transport pouch. 'Cause he doesn't like the rain. Yeah.
I imagine he'll quite happily sort of just tuck himself in there.
May the blessings of Umberley be with you all. And she closes the door behind you.
And we hear all the locks.
You start to hear locks.
The door falls off its last hinge.
Well, I suppose this works.
Luckily.
All right. Well, let's head back to the inn for the night, and hopefully we get word by morning. If we don't get word, do you want to make for Everbeth or Chimeria? or send another message and see before we go?
Barring Yusen, Chimera would probably be our best bet. There are black markets and stuff there. Perhaps we could find somebody.
And
It wouldn't be the safest course, but
as much as you've I'm like kind of turning to Silkus, and you've leveraged your position a lot. Would you be comfortable levering your position in Chimeria to find an expert and to find a surgeon?
I'm not so sure it would be within my power.
how am I supposed to be hiding
Especially
from Dirty
while
Dearest
we
anyway?
are hunted.
Yeah, it's true.
That's right, we are hunted. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Let's just
Like,
go to bed and talk about it in the morning. Figure it out then.
yeah.
It might be best.
I am thinking about whether back home in Gradalia, there's a lot of handlers of exotic creatures. Have I a Slards fall under the purview of that type of exotic creature being handled?
Roll a history check with advantage because you are native to that region.
Are you trying? You were on druid spells. Was there something that Varamus could have done for this?
23.
23.
Yeah.
No.
Until your encounter with the Slard on the peninsula, you'd never heard of a Slard in the... Well, until your encounter with the Slards in the Smuggler's Haven.
Okay.
You had never encountered one, seen one from a distance, or even really heard of them.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. I don't think my like contacts, as it were, like perilous as it would be for me to ask them, would be any help here either.
That's alright. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
As she goes to bed, I'm gonna wait a while and then I'm gonna misty step out to the street.
Yeah. Before that happens, I'm assuming you're waiting like half an hour?
Yeah.
Before that happens, Zariel, you're not awoken because you can't sleep, but your kind of dozing is harshly interrupted by a message coming in from Fenrir. Zariel, I am also infected. The Mastrial doesn't have the resources to treat it here, but suggests we try Yusen.
I guess you can reply, but yeah.
I'll just say see you there and go back to being dozy.
You misty step out.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you
you
tell
two
them?
do not know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go looking around for a church.
Roll an investigation check.
Hell yeah. 26.
26. You don't find one immediately around the area you're in. So your inn is kind of right next to the main square.
Yep.
But you wander for a little while and you're right kind of close to the outskirts on the eastern side. Near where you came in, there is a small church that you find. This church, as is denoted by the symbol on the front, is dedicated to Lyra.
Spell that for all the note takers.
Leira. Lyra.
Thank
It'll
you.
be in the book.
Is it open?
Yes.
I'm going to go in.
Okay.
Just gonna like take note of the layout and how many people are in here, and like essentially I guess I'm scoping it out, looking around, just trying to determine from the size of it. I know it's pretty small, but would they have... I'm trying to determine its umbral level in a way. Like its connection to the god and its how... I guess how connected it is to the life and death of the world.
Okay. It's not particularly large.
Yep.
It's a single room.
Mm-hmm.
Pews up to a very slightly raised dais.
Yep.
There is only one person in there. Seems to be one of the priests.
Right.
As for the kind of weight of the establishment,
Yeah.
as it were, I mean, it's connected to Umbra.
Yeah.
There is a lot of Lyra's symbology. You see her symbol, the two adjacent squares. Essentially, let me draw it for you. It's essentially that symbol.
Oh, okay.
Is represented in a lot of different places. There is a statuette up the front on the dais of a kind of serving as an altar of sorts. There's a little statuette of a womanly figure who you can only assume to be a representation of Lyra.
Yeah.
There are a number of offerings around it. There are flowers, there's gold, there's food. There are some possessions that are being left around the altar.
Yeah.
And the priest is currently sitting in the closest pew to it, with his head down, hands on his forehead, just in silent meditation at the current stage.
I'm going to go up to him and ask him if I'm just going to go up to him and sit next to him for a second, let him initiate conversation once he's done.
Yeah. After about 10 seconds.
I appreciate you writing that in all caps as well.
Yeah. I wrote down an ingredient he had missed for his notes.
Yeah. After about 10 seconds, he doesn't move. He stays with his head on his hands. But he says, "Welcome, brother."
Thank you. I didn't want to interrupt, but I need advice.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm not... I guess I wouldn't say I'm much of a follower of Lyra?
At this point, he kind of raises his head and looks over at you.
My talents veer towards the more arcane in nature, but I need advice from someone like you.
What advice are you looking for?
A friend of mine, our healer, is sick. Well, infected. And I refuse to let her die. But in 2 months, if we can't fix this, she's going to meet a rather violent end. And it's just because we went after the horsemen that brought the plague. I speak in spells. What I'm asking for is a way to stop her from dying on that day.
A divine intervention, as you will.
I like your priest voice.
Don't know. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I would like it to be something that I am able to cast, or that we can have cast at the start of the day. Do I remember what time the slide fight was?
As in time of the day?
Yeah.
It was in the afternoon, I think.
Yeah,
It
roughly.
was getting dark.
Okay. Something we'd be able to cast around noon to 11, or 11 to noon. I don't know. I just need something to stop her from dying as she will.
As for the arcane, I'm not.
I have a strong understanding of what I am capable of, and my talents veer towards causing, not stopping.
Lyra has been known to intervene in situations where she deems intervention important. You may have my blessing. You should convene with her. She may be able to help you.
How?
She's not a god for no reason.
Are you asking how to convene with her?
How to
Rather
convene.
Because that's what I was getting.
Yeah. He's never done this before.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
never
I
even
figured.
been into a church.
Yeah.
Focus on the likeness. Use the statuette there. Ask her any question you need or make any request. She may answer. She may not, but her influence is worldly.
Okay. I'm going to think for a bit,
Holy crap, somebody might be going religious in this campaign.
and then I'm going to look up at the statuette of Lyra. I'm going to, burn the image into my mind, like the image I have of the first rune child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kind of do the same sort of meditation that I do for him, like trying to get answers out of him, but I'm pointing it towards Lyra now.
Roll a religion check for me.
This is the one intelligence-based skill that I am trash at, everybody. Fuck you.
That's a good point.
Religion
That's
check.
necro.
That is a 13.
13. You focus. Are you knelt in front of the statuette, or are you...
I think I'm... I didn't see the priest knelt in front of the statuette, did I?
No, he
He
was
was
just sat.
I'm kind of
close
doing
to
the
you.
same thing that the priest was, because I don't know how
Any
to...
better, yeah.
I don't know any better.
You sit and you meditate, and you focus on that image, and you kind of project your offer of communication, essentially, as it were.
It's like I've essentially got the sending and message tattoos lit up, but I'm trying to send to Lyra through the statue, essentially, because I think arcanely.
I think it's sweet that Archibald turns to religion to save a friend.
You know, concentration,
That's
you... suddenly feel a wave of almost cold wash over you, and you shiver. You know, just this frisson from head to toe. And through the image in your mind, the two adjacent squares kind of fade into existence, and then you're back to a normal meditation.
What does that mean? I think. I don't say it out loud because I respect the quietness that's in this place at the moment, but I'm just thinking I'm gonna try and make sense of it. Do I get the feeling like there was a connection or there wasn't?
Roll a religion check.
11. There's even less of a connection. That's a 10.
You felt... You feel like that couldn't have been placebo. It couldn't have been. It was too...
Enveloping.
Yeah, that. It was too enveloping and too kind of out of nowhere.
Alright. I'm going to, with my eyes closed, I'm going to, while still in this meditative state, I've still got the tattoos lit up, because that's just how I am. I'm going to ask, what's the safest way to save my friend who is devoted to saving this realm?
Roll one last religion check.
16.
16. It takes a minute or two, but at this point the image is gone out of your mind and you're just focusing on the connection that you felt. And after a minute or two, you feel compelled to open your eyes.
Okay.
Which you do. And upon opening your eyes, you, for the briefest of seconds, see your own arms there, devoid of tattoos. And then it's gone. Roll an insight check.
No, not here.
Oh.
6.
6.
That's an image that will haunt me for a while.
You don't really know what to make of it. You feel maybe it's implying not to use magic. Maybe it's implying a time in the past. Maybe she means a location, maybe back where it all came from, back where it all started.
Okay.
You're not entirely sure what the implication was, but you definitely had a moment of no tattoos, feeling almost naked as you looked at your own body without the tattoo.
Mr. DM, can you look at?
I'm going to think about that for a bit. Is there a place for like offerings to the church?
All the offerings that you see are around the statuette.
Alright. Sorry. I'm going to.
I thought that's what you were looking for. Because it's usually over there. Oh, you could leave her a spoon.
Roll a perception check for me, John.
Do you need me to roll anything?
I think that is a 19.
19.
Oh.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
I'm gonna think for a bit. At the base of the statuette, I'm going to put down the 2 things of foundation that are left in the bag of holding.
Okay. Okay. You do so.
And I'm just going to be like, I don't know what that meant, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find out by hiding myself. And then I'm going to go to walk out. Are there like little informational flyers or anything like that around?
Not really. There is a towards the front, towards the entryway. There is a small pedestal with a little book on it, which seems to be, as you approach, you have a look at it. And it seems to be the teachings of the religion and of Lyra.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep that in mind, and I'm going to head back to the inn.
Okay. You head on back.
I'll misty step back up into the room. It's not a quiet perforation, let me tell you.
You misty step back up into the room and you find John standing about 2 minutes before this.
Mm-hmm.
John, you kind of come to as if something's penetrated your consciousness, but very, very lightly.
Yeah.
Like you've heard a sound or something, and it's woken you, but you don't know what it was.
Yeah.
You kind of sit up and look around, kind of bleary-eyed, rubbing your eyes. You don't see Sariel anywhere. You kind of stand up and you you look around the room a little bit more. You don't see Sulphur.
Or
Wondering where they're
Archibald.
gone. No, or Archibald. And then Archibald apparates in the room.
Yeah.
Right near the window.
You
Hey.
were asleep.
Something. I woke up. Did you?
Both of you roll perception checks.
Yours a D20?
5.
21.
21. Archibald, as you come in, you see John standing there. Things aren't as you left them. Your quick scan reveals Cyril's not there, Sulphur's not there, John's standing up, not asleep. And you also catch
I was looking for answers myself.
So, Sariel didn't leave with. Oh, there's a note. I
There's
can
a
see.
note.
Okay.
he Archibald
Yeah.
takes 2 steps. And
If I had water, I would have flicked some on the paper for dramatic effect.
he takes 2
Coffee.
steps and from the very small kind of bedside table size, but nowhere near a bedside table, picks up a note, a piece of paper that you hadn't previously spotted.
Yeah.
He opens it, reads it, and then hands it over to you.
My dearest friends, I love you. I'm sorry, but I can't risk Arch or any of you. I'll find you in Everbeth when it's done. Sariel.
It's...
I feel like I should just walk out of the room now.
We can't let her do this alone. But God knows she's going to be hard to find.
She's gonna fight it tooth and nail. So... So presumably she's gonna be looking... If she's looking for someone, she's gonna be looking somewhere in either Chimera or Yusin, but we don't know. Yusin.
She didn't want to risk me. I feel like that means she's going to Yusin.
Yeah, that does sound like... If she wants to meet us in Everbeth, does that mean that she expects it to be quick? I don't know.
How's she going to get there? It's a different continent.
Did I write what I was doing in that instance?
No.
No, to him.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pass the note. Oh wait, never mind. He's not in the room.
I mean, you could go
Silkus
give it
is
to
not in
him.
the room,
Yeah, I mean, you could go
Yeah.
give it to him because he's in a different room, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to wake him up and tell him anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find Silkus.
Yeah. Let's wake him.
You two leave the room, heading over to the adjacent one, and as you walk in there, Silkus is
Really should have
Trancing.
rolled this dice for it. It would have been way better.
Silkus is trancing, huh?
yeah,
Well,
he's trancing.
chancing.
He's lying in his
With the-
bed.
Okay.
He's lying in bed, apparently asleep, but you know that this is kind of a facade for him.
Silkus.
He comes to.
Sariel's left, and I'll hand Silkus the note.
You just leave it there. that's
Yeah.
fine. Then we should go after her.
I agree.
I think so.
But she's going to have a solid
How long were you in the jet?
8 hours on me. I can't. I'm almost tapped.
Just literally, look at this.
No, that's the one that I've tracked that I spent. Hold on. There we go.
Okay. I was going to say, I thought that was the only one you had left. And I was like, Jesus.
Well,
Where do we think she's going?
I feel like because of what she says in the note, I feel like she's heading to USAN.
it does sound that way.
I agree. Do we have a way to track her?
She was our tracker.
Unless we contact a wizard of some sort, like. I don't think either of you two have like that kind of spell
Is this spell that can do
proficiency.
that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool. Not right now, it's not, but it's cool.
Perhaps look at the book.
I feel like Sulcus
Thank you.
was aiming for it, but I think he might have skipped over it.
Like, I think scrying is too high level for us, but there might be some other stuff that... I think there's other stuff that does similar.
I certainly can't.
She's going to be almost impossible to track. But if we've got a fair idea of where she's going, we might be able to we might be able to either catch up with her, or we might be able to beat her there.
So... She'll probably be heading northeast to take a ship. Let's see. We could set out now and try and follow her on the road. I don't know how far. I don't know. She might be faster than us in wolf form, or about the same. Or you've still got your horse.
Yeah.
But knowing her, she's probably not even taking the road, so...
Give me a book for a second, Michael.
Sure.
Just want to check something out.
As far as this lines up, I went to the Church of Lyra tonight. Try and find answers of ways that we can fix her. And
Can I see them once? Manual page for sure.
I saw my arms without tattoos.
Huh.
Not 100% sure what that means. Several
This isn't the one that's
possibilities.
upside down backwards, right?
No. There are several possibilities, but one of them is I go back to where it started. But if we do that, we're going to be in the shit. And I don't want to drag you guys into the shit with me. I want to go in, get Sariel out as quickly as I can. But I know that you guys aren't going to abandon her either, or let me go alone.
What page do I find it on?
What?
I'm
What's it under?
chuckling
Slide?
a little. I'm like chuckling a little bit and just going. You got to admit there's some nice irony if
Yep.
hey,
You won't.
that would be spoilers.
Oh, was it on a different one?
That would be spoilers, I'm sure.
No, I was just curious. That's it.
There's some nice irony to you
Yeah.
trying to protect us in order for so that we can go after Sariel. Like,
I'm
we're
no
a team.
stranger to danger. Wherever you go, I will go.
We're a team. We should be doing this together.
Yes.
I'm itching to try and go after Sariel tonight, even though I don't really think we'll be able to. But either way, our best way to help her is probably to follow the same route that she's probably going to go along and find the best thing to work with in Yusen.
Okay.
Because I can't abandon her like this, and even if she's searching for the best surgeon and the best expert, then we can search every other avenue we need to.
This entire world of magic, this entire world of people who break the laws of reality on a daily basis. I refuse to believe that surgery is the only option for her.
I mean, I've heard the tales that like people get brought back from the dead. Surely we can save her.
Yeah.
If it comes to that.
Alright. So we want to go now?
I think I know that she knows her way on the roads, but I think I want to go now, even though I know it won't help.
Alright. Let's get our things. Let's go.
Silkus is out of bed now, already packing his stuff as you're saying this. He throws everything in his bag and then... I'm ready.
Gonna go
All
grab
right.
my bag of holding, and I'm ready.
Alright. The both of you can fit on your horse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a bit faster on foot. Maybe we'll travel that way.
Alright.
Unless the three of us can fit on the horse.
Can the three of us fit on a horse?
What's your stat book say?
If it's got a weight limit, just work out the weight.
I guess quadrupeds tend to have really high weight limits, so it's probably good, actually.
I mean, we fit how
I
many
don't
people
think
on the
so.
back of Andor? We
Strength-
fit at least 2 people on the back of
Strength
Andor.
is 18, and
Its size is...
ethereal stride handles up to 3 willing creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And size, large, quadruped,
Yeah.
that's like...
What are your weights?
Well, he's 160.
Without Sariel, we are
So his carrying
Five-
capacity...
497 pounds.
Its carrying capacity in pounds should be whatever, like 60 times 18 is.
Do you want me to calculate that?
60 times 18, that is 1,080.
Wow, yeah, he's actually right.
Fuck. 1080p, bruh.
Surprise.
1080p.
What, you surprised that you were right?
Yes.
Well, you are.
Genuinely.
What did you say you all were? 400 and...
497. The three of them. But you gotta put Hib
I'll
into
allow it.
account unless
Yeah.
he's running.
Pokeball.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in a hurry. He's okay with it. It's raining, so he won't want to be out anyway.
Its carrying capacity is double what your weight is combined, so
Yeah.
I'll allow it. You and Silkus are nothing, and then there's you. So...
Alright.
So,
I'm pretty sure there's a road from here up to... Hang on, I'm going to look at the map you sent.
It ain't comfortable, but it works.
Oh, he did send a map, didn't he? I was like, what map are you talking about?
Yeah, we'll take the road up to Arkenhau.
Right.
That's probably the direction she would have went.
So, you hop on the
The horse.
Balasted, and
We should name it.
immediately... Technically it does have a name. Spurring it forwards,
Yeah.
you begin to canter out of the town, heading northeast.
I think because it's raining, I'm gonna ethereal stride us just for comfort's sake.
Yeah.
And that way we can absolutely book it without having to worry about environmental dangers.
Okay. And Cubes in the
Yeah.
the pouch.
Cubes.
Okay. You book it over the bridge east of Franktown
Mm-hmm.
and begin following the path up north to Arkenhau. Roll a perception check, but all three of you.
Me as well.
No, 1, 2, 3. So
Okay,
you,
just
Michael,
check
if you
what
could
I've-
roll one for Silkus, please.
Just check what I just said to you as well.
That's 14.
Just that's for.
I'll be relying on you then.
Oh.
Okay, pretty much just details what we did and all that.
5 for both of us.
Oh no. What'd you get?
14.
14. Yeah.
Oh, should I roll one for the horse?
No. You can if you want, but it won't affect anything.
Yeah, no, I got
Like
worse.
if the horse spots it, they'll be like, well, that's another person.
Mm.
Wait, we're in the ethereal. I
You
don't
can see
understand
out
how
of the ethereal plane,
Yeah.
but you can only see 60 feet
Yeah.
Mhm.
in the ethereal plane. But otherwise, you can see out of it within
Yeah.
that 60 feet. You head over the bridge and begin your trek north, and throughout the night, you don't see Sariel.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't expecting to.
Yeah.
The sun begins to rise over the Dalen Range, and ahead of you, you just see this massive plains. And as you're riding across it, it just seems empty. You're taking the paths, the roads specifically.
Yeah.
You ride for the next hours, heading towards Arkenhau.
In planes. Is it all planes?
It's pretty much all plains area. I'm going to make sure I'm correct on that. I should be. Yes, it's all plains. Over the next few hours, you continue riding. Occasionally, you see travelers, merchants, those kinds, going
I
back
think-
your way.
I think as we're crossing, I'm gonna slow down to make sure that none of them are harboring a half elf that I know.
Roll a perception check. You can too, John, if you want,
Yeah.
and Silkus can if you want.
18.
That's cocked. Okay. Also 18, 8 for Silkus.
Okay. As you're riding past, none of you catch any sort of captives in their midst.
I wasn't looking for captors. I was looking for.
or disguised
Yeah.
disguised familiar half elves. Some of them are half elves, but you don't see any Sariels in their midst. It takes you.
As we're running, as we're galloping along, I think Archibald's just going to focus on those two squares again. And he's just going to... He's not going to close his eyes because he's driving and that would be dangerous. But he's going to
I
just
wonder if we could get a carriage for the horse.
really quietly just whisper, "This isn't how I want this to go. This isn't how we save her. Help us find her."
Roll a religion check.
Are you going to roll for this as well?
21.
Okay. You're focusing. You don't see anything. You don't get any return immediately.
Okay.
You ride and ride. I'd like you, all three of you, to make. Actually, yeah, I'd like all three of you to make Constitution saving throws for me, please.
This is the first con saving throw I think I've had to make. At least in a
In a while.
couple of months.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is 9 for Silkus. And
Make it with advantage for Silkus, because... Yeah, make it with advantage for Silkus.
okay, so that is 14 for Silkus and 13 for John.
13 for Archibald.
Somehow, the three of you managed to avoid a point of exhaustion.
What about the horse?
Horse is magic, it's fine.
The horse is okay at the moment.
Should I roll a con saving throw for that?
No need.
Okay.
Not at the moment.
Has it got a positive con?
Yeah.
No, it's alright
I
then.
mean, it's the horse of sickness, so...
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Alright.
You ride and ride and ride following this path. Day turns to night, but as it does, you start to see the lights of Arkenhau in the distance. Are you approaching at night?
I think
We've made faster pace than she can. Let's stay here, and if there's not going to be that many ships leaving, ideally we can...
we're gonna head into the area around where we stayed the first night that we were in Alkenhau. We like scoped out the place.
You haven't been there.
We haven't been in
Have
Arkenhau.
we? I
No.
thought. Where am I thinking of?
Are you thinking of the like
You're thinking of the
Slard
smugglers'
infested
haven.
village?
Yeah.
That's like on the coast between
Mm.
where you are and Yong.
Alright.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. So I'm gonna.
Like-
Yeah, I guess. approach at
Just
night?
let's ride up and say we want to sleep.
Yeah.
We've been a long day of traveling and we
Right.
want to sleep in the inn.
I'm gonna, as we arrive, I'm gonna like send the horse away, so it's just us. I'd say I do that about a mile out of town.
Yeah, if they're not paying attention, they won't spot it. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is like shipping town. Yeah, it's a coastal.
It's
town.
coastal, yeah. Yes. It's pretty large too.
I would like to find a hotel somewhere around the docks.
Yeah, that seems good.
Yeah. So we'd like to find a hotel somewhere around the docks.
Okay. Roll investigation check.
Yeah. So there's like no guards checking or anything. We're just able to get in. Cool.
I don't think Arkenhau's
19.
particularly big. So.
Mm.
So you walk in on foot?
Yeah.
Okay. You're heading to Arkenhau. It's a pretty big city.
Compared.
It's much bigger than Town.
Right.
Definitely a lot smaller than Chimeria.
That's what I was comparing it to.
But it is still a
Regards and
rather
stuff.
large town.
Mm-hmm.
Heading in, you kind of do your best to navigate your way north towards the coast. Eventually reaching the docks, and with some further wandering, you manage to find a place to stay.
Mm.
It's a relatively rough looking inn.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry.
I'm thinking. It's a relatively kind of not the kind of place you'd stay on if you were prepared.
Yeah.
You wouldn't choose to stay here under different circumstances.
Like they're afloat because of their ale, not because of their rooms.
Because of their location, mainly, is what you gather as you kind of see. They're on the docks,
Yeah.
probably popular with the sailors, and not much else. But It's not a very nice place. As you walk into it, there is, even this late at night, there are 10, 15 patrons drinking loudly, reveling, just having a merry time, as it were. A lot of them look very rough. Most of them have kind of etched on tattoos that look like they've been done by hand on a moving boat. And they're just the unsavory type that you wouldn't approach to ask for a cup of milk, you know.
Usually it's a cup of sugar.
Milk.
I look at Silkus pointedly. Don't even think about it. I don't know if it was this character or not, but one of them. No, it wasn't.
Desmond that
Yeah.
likes milk, but remember he did drink fermented milk as an alcohol recently.
That was
That
upsetting
that
to
was
listen to.
Silkus.
Yeah.
I do need to sleep, otherwise I'm going to be completely useless.
Yeah. We've probably missed it. We're probably ahead. We might be able to catch up.
What's the
dogs
scale
today.
of
Centimeters.
what's the scale of like the map in meters?
I
feet.
don't. It's not to
No,
scale.
I mean so I mean like Freidertown to Arkenhau. Is that the distance that you can send a message, or is that sending distance? Same goes.
Message
with,
is 30 feet.
Message is 500, thank you
Is
very
it?
much.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
500
also,
feet is
what's Arkenhau to
200-ish
Chimera as
meters.
well? Like what's the gaps between these cities?
Well, you know that Freidertown to Chimera or Chimera to Freidertown, I should say,
Was at least more than one day because we camped out, didn't we?
2.5 days.
Yeah. Okay.
It's taken you guys 1.5 essentially days, 2 days pretty much to get from Freidertown to Arkenhau. Of course, terrain plays a factor, and it's in the weeks mark to go from east to west coast.
Okay. I just wanted to know, like, in magic messaging terms.
Yeah. Message definitely well out of range for
Sending,
anything
not too
from
bad.
like any of those cities to another. Sending, no real limit. The only limit is the network.
In the plane.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So as you enter this establishment, you, I'm assuming, keep your heads down.
Yeah.
You hire out a room. Silkus, for once, doesn't take his own, feeling more comfortable spending like in a place like this with the two of you in the same room.
Yep.
By the way, your previous room was whoever was paying 1.5 gold, and this one goes for 4 silver for all of you. So that's the total of everyone combined, 4 silver, whoever's paying. And you get a room. You get a roof and some walls with a bit of floor and what someone somewhere may call furniture.
Okay.
You're all going to take a long rest?
Yep.
Okay.
Before I do, I'm going to wait till these guys nod off. And while I'm like bedding down for the night, I'm just going to like sit up. I'm going to cast, I think it's Disguise Self that I have. Yeah, I'm going to cast Disguise Self. And I'm just going to remove my tattoos.
Okay.
And look at my arms as they were in the vision.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm...
How long does Sky Stuff last?
It's a minute,
Oh, cool.
I think. Or an hour.
I think it's an hour.
Yeah, hour would make more sense. And more rules.
2 hours and you're stuck with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And be nothlit. And as I like look at that, as I look at my arms, I'm just gonna quietly pray to Lyra, saying, I didn't understand. All I want to do is save my friend. Fucking hell. 13 again. Again, she's not taking kindly to me. I'm rolling natural 10s for all of these, and it's really...
Why don't you try different dice?
You don't get a response.
Oh,
You're trying to save me, why don't you use one of mine?
because I have hundreds.
But this is a special Sariel dice that I actually bought for Sariel.
Okay. No, it's not going to count now. I've already rolled. I'll get it next time.
Because I've got 2 D20s for her, so...
I guess I'm going to think about the lack of response. I'm going to look out the window one last time, just taking note of our view towards the docks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like burning the memory into my mind, like where various things are, just in case something changes, and there's, I don't know, some lump of fabric looking like it's hiding in the morning, and then I'm going to go to bed.
Okay. John, anything you'd like to do?
Nothing in particular tonight, no.
Okay. You all get a long rest. You included, technically.
Lucky you.
And as the early morning sunlight
Oh, I like those. I have to read though.
shines through the mediocre window with a thinly tanned hide stretched over it to serve as a very basic pane of something. And you start to slowly come to consciousness in the city of Arkenhal. That is where we're going to end the session.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh man.
So that was a thing.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't plan that, just by the way. I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm actually going to do that.
She sprung that one on me.
After visiting, I think revisiting Cornwall was a bad choice because it just.
Do
like,
you?
It was amazing.
Finding out 2 months in advance that I'm going to
figure
die
that
is a bad
out.
idea.
But it totally derailed the rest of our like plans, and we forgot to pay the lumberjacks.
No, we didn't.
Okay, good.
I paid them.
Okay, but
If you look in the bag of holding, you're missing 20 gold.
fair enough. But yes,
Didn't I? I paid them. On my way out of town.
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be interesting.
This is going to be very interesting.
I'm gonna have to talk to you about certain things.
You're going to have to talk to me. I have some very cool things in mind that I need to actually bring to fruition. So, yeah. Oh,
Somebody's going to have to
fuck,
make
I'm
Josh
excited
watch
for
this. Josh is going to get so pissed at me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At least you weren't
Usually
involved.
it's him running away.
At least you weren't directly involved in telling him off for running away. That's what pissed him off the most about him.
What?
When he
You
ran
told him
off
off for
and got himself in trouble.
running away from the group.
He ran away
And
from
then
the
you ran
group
away
and got
from the
himself
group and he
hurt.
got pissed at you for it.
Do you remember? He ran away from
Yeah, I
everybody and got
remember
hurt,
that,
and then you told him off about it, and then you went and did that. And we
I
had to
remember
traipse
that,
to
yeah.
another freaking continent to find you.
In my defense, I wasn't exactly running.
You,
That was
yeah, that's true. You were flying.
That's what I said to him, but he refused to accept that.
that was Fenrir dimension dooring. I had nothing to
Yes,
do
but
with
you ran
leaving
off
the
and
plane.
got hurt and fell out of the sky, which is like kind of what you were telling him off for doing. So I kind of get where he's coming from with it.
Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Welcome, Laracy, to the stream. I assume that's how you pronounce that name. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, chuck us a follow here on Twitch. We stream live every Saturday at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. Notice that I've just dropped the daylight savings or standard altogether because I'm done trying to remember which is which and dealing with that shit. Please, can we just get rid of daylight savings as a thing? Anyway, you can also find us on Twitter at MaxOutOfficial, wherever it is over there, up there in the middle of the screen at the very top. Each of us on our Twitter handles, which are below our little bubbles, and you can join us on Discord, where we interact with you directly, individually, as you wish. I don't know where I was going with that whole spiel there, but join our Discord, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch if you enjoyed. We will see you next time. Remember, Bananas is happening tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, yeah.
9 a.m.
I think we were going to start a little bit earlier, so
8
you guys
a.m.
could go 8:30.
Sometime in the morning.
I think it's 8:30.
Like
Anna will
less
write
than
it.
12 hours from
Anna
now.
will write it in chat.
Less than 12 hours from now.
Yeah.
And
I think
got
we were
the other
saying
streams
early.
throughout the week as well.
Yeah.
Thanks so very much for watching. We will see you next time. Until then, take it easy.
And breezy.
Ah!